chronically online gym bro friend has got to be one of the funniest things of all time. Because the way that these dudes act is almost equivalent to like how a crackhead acts when they think the world is about to end. Like for some reason, they're scared of everything. Like for example, my friend has a weird phobia of receipts. Like I couldn't even explain to you why he's afraid of it. Like we were at a restaurant one day and I got the receipt back and I handed it to him and this dude looked at me and said, "Hey bro, I'm not touching that shit." I was like, "Why?" This dude, no bullshit, said to me, "Bro, because receipts have hormone blockers in them. I don't want to fuck up with my testosterone levels." Like what the fuck? Like where did you even learn that shit, man? And why do you even fucking believe it? And this is how I learned that once a gym bro believes in some shit, they fully believe it. There's no change in their mind. Because I was trying to convince him, like, "Hey bro, this is dumb as fuck. Like who told you this?" This dude didn't give a shit. He's like, "Oh man, yeah, TikTok told me." "Nah bro, hell nah. The lubricant in the receipts have estrogen amplifiers." What the fuck, man? So now not only does this dude have receipt phobia, now he only for some reason wears zinc oxide sunscreen. I don't know why he does it. And also this dude's eating habits are some of the craziest eating habits I've ever seen in my entire life. Like I remember one day I picked him up to go hang out somewhere and this dude didn't eat lunch. So what he decided to do was that he drank a whole fucking gallon of fat-free Fairlife milk in my car for lunch. Like who fucking does that? So the whole time I'm driving down the highway, this dude's chugging fucking milk, just going like, "Nah bro, the macros are amazing." Like who gives a fuck about the macros? You're just drinking a fucking carton of milk in my car. Like what is going on? This isn't the first time he's done this shit either. He's done the exact same shit with a whole liter of sugar-free lemonade. Like this has to be some sort of simulation, right? Like what the fuck is going on? Also sometimes this dude just puts me on to weird low-calorie shit. Like the other day this dude was like, "Hey bro, you ever heard of xylitol chips? 0-calorie chips, but side effect, they make you shit a lot." What? Like I'm honestly convinced at this point that one day this dude will just come up to me and be like, "Hey bro, have you tried cocaine yet? Amazing macros." Fuck no. I'm not even joking when I say this, but I'm fully convinced that if meth had fucking 10 grams of protein in it, then gym bros would be on that shit. But look, I honestly can't hate because they look fucking amazing. So clearly something is working. So I don't know, maybe in order to get really fit and strong, I need to start being like racist to receipts. I don't fucking know. Guys, can somebody out there please explain to me why every single TikTok trend has to turn into some weird venting space for people to be a bunch of sad, pitiful bitches? Like, look, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm not trying to tell you you can't vent your frustrations or whatever, but like you're kind of ruining the fucking mood. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, nothing kills the mood more than when you're watching a funny trend and all of a sudden the next video is just some sad motherfucker going like, "My ex beat me for 3 years straight." Like, god damn. Like, I don't want to sound rude, but like, could you take this shit somewhere else, man? I'm trying to participate in a very fun, lighthearted trend. Why the fuck did you have to make it so depressing and sad? And they somehow always manage to find a way to make every TikTok trend about themselves. Like, it could literally be a viral TikTok dance, and these motherfuckers would deadass get on camera and be like, "Me trying to do the viral shimmy TikTok dance until I realized that I have stage 4 cancer." Like, what the fuck? Like, how the fuck do you even do that, man? That's honestly a skill. Like, your life must just be filled with joy. I can tell, man. God damn, you fucking negative ass motherfucker. Like, I'm sorry, man. It pisses me off. The most recent one is this, "Haha, you're so funny" trend. Why the fuck am I seeing people being like, "Haha, you're so funny. Thanks. I make 30 cents an hour as a failed artist." Okay. Like, what the fuck do you want me to do with that information? You want me to support your art? Hell no! Like, god damn, bro. Give it a fucking break already, man. Holy shit. Like, I'm sorry, man, and I know it's probably gonna hurt when I say this, but not everything has to be about fucking you. Let people just enjoy some shit for once. And guys, to be honest with you, I don't really feel a lot of sympathy for people that do this kind of shit because it is so obvious that they are doing this for views and attention. Like, they don't do this shit to vent their frustrations. They do it because they're not talented or funny enough to actually do these fucking trends properly. So what they're gonna do instead is to leech off of this popular trend by trauma dumping all over it so they can get as much views and attention as they can possibly get. And in all honesty, it's extremely fucking pathetic and really, really sad. So look, just let people enjoy shit for once. Nobody wants to see Mr. fucking Frowny Face just come out of the fucking bushes and ruin everybody's mood just because your life isn't going so spectacular. Like, nobody wants to hear about how nobody's playing your shit-ass game, bro. There's a reason why nobody's playing that shit. Now go back to the drawing board and make a fucking better game. Guys, I don't know if I'm just an insecure person, but I genuinely do not understand how content creators have egos. Because, like, in my opinion, the shit that we do is not even, like, braggable. Like, guys, I've only flexed that I was a content creator one time in my whole fucking life, and I'm never doing that shit again. Like, I was catching up with this one dude that I haven't seen in a long time, and I was just telling him, I'm actually a content creator right now, 400,000 followers. And he just looked at me like, "Oh, wow. Really? Most embarrassing shit I've ever done in my life." Because, like, you can tell he didn't give a fuck, and he didn't take me seriously, and I was just really standing there like, "Oh, yeah, no, this shit is not as cool as I thought it was." Because, like, when you take a step back from this content creator shit, how do you actually explain the videos that you make? Like, "Oh yeah, man, I like yell and scream at a camera and whine like a little bitch all the time and people think I'm funny." Like, what the fuck? So that's why I get so pissed when people come up to me and like, "You should start a podcast." Who the fuck's gonna watch that? Like, guys, I don't know how many times I gotta reiterate this point. There is not a single soul on the face of the planet that will ever say, "Hey bro, turn on the new Angry Asian podcast episode." No one's gonna do that shit. Like, you deadass have to pay me to watch my own podcast, man. Or people that come up to me and tell me that I should start selling merch. I'm not gonna lie to you. If there's anyone on this planet that is gonna wear the Angry Asian merch, you're gonna have to burn that shit. Like, why would I sell people merch that I wouldn't even want to wear? That's just straight blasphemy. So like, all these content creators that are always flexing on people and have these huge egos always irks me because like, you are not as important as you think you are. So like, yeah, I just think a lot of content creators should just be more humble and stay down to earth and just realize that they're not as important as they think they are. And also, I'm not starting a motherfucking podcast and I'm not gonna start selling merch. Can you guys stop telling me to do that? So guys, I just watched the new Minecraft movie trailer and it's exactly what I expected. Why did any of y'all expect it to be good? Because when you guys actually actually think about it, a live-action Minecraft movie is probably one of the stupidest fucking things that you could have ever done to make a Minecraft movie. That's like making a live-action version of a Bluey movie. Because like the whole game is like blocks and shit. Why would you make it live-action? Like you guys should have known that this movie was gonna be straight dookie shit after learning that Jack Black was gonna be playing Steve. Because Jack Black plays the exact same role in almost every single one of his movies. Jack Black. So when this motherfucker pops up on the screen talking about some bullshit like, hey, and Steve. Fuck no, you're not. You're Jack Black. But you can tell that this motherfucker Jack Black is not taking this movie seriously, man. He's coming onto the movie set looking like racist Hagrid. And whoever designed Jason Momoa's character and costume needs to be fired immediately. Because why in the fuck does this dude look like femboy Kratos? Like, why is it that all these movie companies are trying to make video game adaptations live action? Like, is animation that goddamn hard for you? Because, like, the blueprints are literally right in front of you. Like, all the Minecraft parody music videos, Minecraft story mode, it was so goddamn easy to make this an animated movie. But instead, these motherfuckers were like, nah, put Jack Black in a goddamn blue t-shirt. Like, are you trolling? Guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, this is low-key disrespectful as fuck to the video game. Because, like, for a game so influential and impactful, the least you could do is actually make a good motherfucking movie. But instead, you motherfuckers were like, nah, Jumanji that hoe. Like, what the fuck? And here's the thing, if you're gonna make a live-action movie, make the whole movie live-action realistic. Like, don't just make the characters human and shit, and the rest of it Minecraft and blocks. Like, did you guys see what that sheep looked like, man? Why did it look like it had 2 less chromosomes? Like, why did it look like that, man? Holy fuck! This movie is about to be the next Borderlands, the next Morbius, the next Madam Web. It honestly might top all 3 of these fucking movies, and it's dead ass sad that this is how Minecraft the movie is gonna plan out. For a game that has carried multiple people's childhoods and given so many people careers, this is what these fuckers are doing with it. It's so disrespectful. Like, these dudes are quite literally spitting on this game, man. Like, what the fuck? Guys, can I be completely honest with you? I don't like how mixed race people say slurs. Like, have you ever heard a mixed race person say a slur? That shit doesn't sound right, man. They don't say it like a POC, they say it like a KKK member. Like, I have this one homie, right, and he's 25% time. I don't like how that motherfucker calls me chink. Like, it's just way too aggressive. Like, this is how he says it, guys. You chink! Oh my god, that has to be fucking racist. What the fuck? Like, you're not Asian, bro. No Asian person says slurs like that, man. Can you imagine an Asian person coming up to somebody and being like, fuck up, red monkey? What the fuck? And by the way, for the people being like, oh, well, 25% Asian is still enough, he's okay, there are other factors to why I believe that this motherfucker is not Asian. First of all, he eats Triscuits. Name one motherfucking Asian person that eats Triscuits, man. Also, this dude, like, hates Asians. I don't know what his deal with hating Asian people are, but he literally thinks Asian women are ugly as shit, and he hates all Asian food. This motherfucker is a traitor to our kind. And this whole situation kind of made me realize that a lot of mixed race people be saying slurs so much to the point where I don't even know what side they're on anymore. Like, I don't think you guys have experienced real racism yet until you have been racially abused by a mixed race person. Like, have you ever been called a slur off the racial slur database? That's real fucking racism. Some dude called me a zipperhead. What the fuck does that mean, bro? Like, at this point, bro, it doesn't even matter that you're half Korean. You just hate crime to me. Like, look, I'm not trying to say that you're not Asian, okay, buddy? But could you please stop calling me slurs like you're about to lynch me? Thanks! Like, the way that you're talking to me right now makes me believe that we're about to run it back with the internment camps part 2. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I just don't get where all this hatred is coming from because, look, man, our eyes and our dick are the exact same size as each other. Shut the fuck up. Tall people piss me off, man, because why do they act like being tall sucks? Oh, man, my knees always hurt, dude. I am blowjob hype for you. Shut the hell up. They always try everything they can to make themselves look like the victim, man. Ah, dude. Like, you know, being 6'7" really sucks. It's like, dude, I really can't find shoes to match my size. I would smack the Sonic coins out of you, but my hands reach your neck, so I can't. Like, guys, I'm 5'7", right? The amount of dicks that I take up in my ass to be 6 foot, you don't even want to know. But instead, what the actual tall dudes want to do is just whine, bitch, and complain about how being tall sucks. Like, oh man, I actually hate being tall because I stand out too much in the crowd. You stand out too much in the crowd? Yeah, man, imagine being the crowd. Shut the fuck up. Like, you probably never had your height check at a roller coaster. You lanky bitch. Like, serious question, what even are the cons to being tall? The most that these dudes gotta worry about is banging their head on top of a door frame. Motherfuckers look at me like I'm the dwarf who built this shit. It's messed up. Like, tall people have to be the biggest compliment fishers I've ever seen in my entire life. Because why do they act like girls aren't trying to get on their dick 24/7? Acting like they get no play and their life sucks. Talk about some bullshit like, guys, being tall sucks so much because, like, sometimes it's really hard to squeeze into my car. Motherfucker, a Mini Cooper is a minivan to me. Shut the fuck up. Another thing I hate about tall people, too, is that they make fun of short people for being short. Like, we can control that shit. Like, my bad, dude, I should have let my dad know to put a little extra compound V and into his shit while I was in the sack. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, it's not my fault that your father's ancestor is a goddamn giraffe. Melvin looking ass. Like, I wouldn't have such a big issue with so many tall people if they didn't make being tall their whole fucking personality, bro. That shit's low-key annoying, man. Like, I'm honestly about to get the cartel to take your fucking kneecaps from you. So to all you elongated, vertically challenged people out there, shut the fuck up. So, hey guys, to those of you wondering what happened to the Angry Asian account, it's gone. It's completely gone. It got deleted. My account got hacked by a dude living in Izmir, Turkey, and yeah, it is what it is, man. All those 1.5 million followers are just completely gone, and all I can do is just say sorry. But just to kind of explain the situation on, like, what happened, so what happened is, yeah, man, I was putting an application to get my account verified. I really wanted to verify my Angry Asian account because I, thought it'd be cool, and some of these dudes knew, and then they sent me an email pretending to be TikTok business, and yeah, I fell for it, man. There was a link. I clicked on the link, put in my info because I thought, you know, oh wow, okay, I'm getting my account verified. That's all cool and stuff. It looked completely legit, by the way. Like, the only way I found out was that as I was submitting my information, I got a text message from TikTok saying that a dude in Izmir just changed my email and phone number, and that's when I kind of just knew, yeah, man, I just got duped, and you know, why does this always have to happen to me? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not cut out for this content creator stuff. Maybe I'm just not smart enough for this stuff. I don't know. I tried contacting TikTok support. It's not working. It's always saying like plat docking not available. So I'm just, you know, I really can't do anything about it. I'm trying to contact TikTok, and I need their help to get me my account back because, you know, like, it's kind of corny to say, but that's like literally my baby. That account, like, I started it with that account. It's been my account when I started TikTok in 2020 before I was even posting videos. Like, it's just really, really disappointing and sad, and it's just like I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna still be posting, you know what I mean? Like, I still post because I know my community, and I know that they support me, and I know that, you know, even if I don't get this account back, I'll still bounce back. I'm not one to quit just because someone has knocked me down, you know, even though it's like my fault. But, you know, I'm sorry, guys. Like, I'm an idiot. I guess I'm just making this video to let all my supporters know, and, you know, just, like, I'm asking for help, I guess. Like, TikTok, please help me. I don't know. See you guys later. The South Korean president deciding to put his country under martial law because he's about to lose his election is like equivalent to when your stepdad tries to beat you with the belt because, like, we know that motherfucker isn't doing shit. Oh, scary. Like, I don't give a fuck. But look, to be honest, I'm not in South Korea. I don't know what the South Korean president is like. Maybe he's, like, scary as fuck. He's the next Joseph Stalin. I don't fucking know what he could be like. All I know is that by taking one look at him, I can just tell he ain't doing shit. And, like, look, maybe the situation isn't funny to a lot of people, but it's fucking hilarious to me. Because I don't know about you guys, but with all the footage that I'm seeing of this supposed martial law, this is one oralist, weak-ass martial law, man. Because when you put a nation under martial law, I'm expecting some crazy shit to happen. Like, tanks are coming in, tear gas is being thrown, riot shields all around the place. Like, I'm expecting chaos, you know what I mean? I haven't seen none of that shit. Like, straight up, I've seen, like, one clip where there's, like, 2 police officers in it, and they aren't doing shit. Like, at this point, you might just want to start giving the protesters that are rioting outside of your building right now some fucking water bottles and Girl Scout cookies, because you aren't doing shit. And obviously, the censorship ain't working either. Motherfucker, I saw that shit! The whole world knows about this shit, man. Like, what kind of martial law is this? Martial Mathers? Like, I got it now. It's a joke. It's a prank. They're about to bring out Eminem to try and, like, promote his fucking presidency. Because, like, there's no way that this is what martial law is supposed to look like. Because if that shit is what martial law looks like in the modern age, like, we can easily overtake the fucking government. Because if martial law means that they're gonna do fucking nothing except stand there and just twiddle their fingers and thumbs, look, I might steal a TV, shit. I mean, obviously a joke, okay? Kind of. But, like, you know what I mean? But to me, the funniest part about this situation is the fact that the South Korean president decided to put the country under martial law because he was afraid of the enemy opposition winning because they are pro-North Korea or North Korean sympathizers, right? I find it ironic that in order to combat people that want to unify with North Korea, he decides to put his nation under martial law, which is essentially just that motherfucker trying to cosplay what North Korea is like. So by trying to defeat North Korea, you want to be North Korea. Wow, makes a lot of sense, you dumb bitch. Like, what the fuck was the plan there, man? North Korea isn't even doing shit right now. All their soldiers are on the fucking Russian-Ukrainian front lines beating they shit to Mia Khalifa. Like, why the fuck do you care so much, man? Like, what the hell? So, yeah, if anyone living in South Korea is saying this, please let me know what the situation looks like right now, because I can imagine that this dude has to be getting flamed on, like, Korean social media right now. Guys, I'm trying to feel so bad for Sky Jackson right now. But that motherfucker's name is Yerky Yerky. Like, what the fuck even is that, man? It just sounds like a sex move, man. Like, why is that your name? But how do you think Sky Jackson's parents feel right now? There's no way in hell Sky Jackson doesn't absolutely hate her father. Like, this has to be some sort of form of revenge. Like, these motherfuckers probably overworked Sky Jackson too much when she was 7 years old or some shit. So now she's making sure that their grandchild's father works at fucking GameStop and eats Captain Crunch for dinner. Like, there's no way she did not know what she was getting into. I mean, that motherfucker's name is quite literally Yerky Yerky. You're trying to tell me that Sky Jackson saw that motherfucker and was like, yep, he's gonna be a great father one day. Fuck no! I'm not even 100% sure if that motherfucker can even drive a car. You're trying to tell me that Sky Jackson really looked at that dude and thought he could raise a kid? Like, no, that is by far the most obvious giant fuck you to someone's parents that I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, could you imagine what that family dinner is gonna be like? Her father's just looking at this dude like this, just yamming a steak into his fucking throat. Man, if I was Sky Jackson's father, she would have had me so fucked up you don't even understand. And this whole situation just kind of brings up the topic, what are all these women's obsessions with getting impregnated by fucking fast food Avengers? Like, is it a phase? Is it like to try to look cool or rebellious? Like, I don't get it. And to be honest with you, it's actually kind of fucked up because a lot of these women are basically just having these kids coming into the world and spawning in with no fucking father figure straight out the jump. Like, I full-heartedly rebuke that shit. If I ever have a daughter, I pray to God that shit never happens to her. And the funniest part about this whole situation is that literally as soon as Sky Jackson announced she was pregnant, this motherfucker came online and just said, man, I really got this Disney princess hoe pregnant. Like, what the fuck? Like, what is wrong with you, man? We was in love and shit. Like, sparkles, sunshines, and rainbows type shit, you know what I mean? Like, it was literally instantaneous. This dude's hopping on live talking all this shit as soon as she announces she's pregnant. Like, you just watch all this, and from an outside perspective looking in, I can just tell that that baby's fucked. Like, the chances of this dude being president in this baby's life is about as high as this dude getting a fucking job. So, I mean, you tally up those odds. Guys, I'm sorry. This motherfucker's name is still making me laugh, bro. Like, his name's fucking Yerky Yerky, bro. Who fucking thought that was gonna be a good decision? And for some reason, there are a lot of people out there that feel bad for Sky Jackson. Why? Like, come on. She knew what the fuck she was getting into, man. Let's be for real. If anything, we should feel bad for the baby, man. The baby's future is already in detriment. So yeah, feel however you want to feel about this situation. I don't give a shit. This is fucking hilarious. People that say the meanest things in the nicest ways possible genuinely need to be studied. Because I don't know, for some reason, it is way more insulting for somebody to come up with a nice way to tell me that I'm dumb as fuck, rather than them just telling me I'm special ed. Like, you'll deadass get like a 55 on a test and somebody will come up to you and be like, it's alright, man. You're just wired differently. Shut the fuck up! Like, I don't know, guys. Maybe this sounds weird, but anyone that does this type of stuff, they weirdly all remind me of Logan Paul. Like, they're just a bunch of bad people that try to act good. Like, I know for a fact that you think this dude looks ugly as fuck and is facially challenged. You don't need to come out and tell this dude that he's unconventionally attractive. That is so messed up. By the way, that's like a term now. Unconventionally attractive and ugly hot. And I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about it because, like, that's just not how those words work. Like, everyone says that it's a compliment, but, like, could you imagine going to work and somebody come up to you and be like, hey, man, just wanted to let you know that you're beautifully fat as fuck. You're really trying to tell me that when someone says that to me, I'm supposed to be like, wow, man, thanks! Like, no, if somebody called me ugly hot, we'd have to fight. Like, that just sounds way worse than you just calling me fucking ugly. My genuine question is, how are you even supposed to respond to somebody calling you ugly hot? Like, yeah, man, thanks. I always make sure to come out every day and make people question their standards of attractiveness. Like, I don't know, because in my head, when you call somebody ugly hot, that's like the equivalent of you telling someone, you know what? You pass. What the fuck? You're basically just saying that you're barely at the threshold for me to actually find you somewhat good looking. Like, that is so fucked up. Like, I quite literally would rather have somebody tell me that I'm the most horrific human being to ever touch the face of the planet than just telling me that I'm unconventionally attractive. Another thing I hate too is that these people never know how to say no. Like, the way that they tell you they don't want to do something, they always say maybe. Like, that is their version of no. Like, anytime I ask one of these people if they ever want to do something, they always say, maybe. Bitch, just say no. And I just have to say, guys, if your friends act like this in front of you, then that means they don't fuck with you. Because, like, if they're scared to tell the truth to your face, then that clearly means that you guys aren't as close as you think you are. Basically, though, if you want to be honest with somebody, then be brutally honest with them. By trying to not hurt somebody's feelings, you're probably gonna end up hurting their feelings even more by trying to not be 100% honest with them. Does anyone else find it insane that the election is making people realize that they should not be hoes? Like, how did Trump getting elected make people realize, damn, you know what? Maybe I should stop slinging cooch out like this is a buffet at Cece's Pizza. Like, that's what made you realize that? What the fuck? Like, your 12th body in 3 months didn't do it for you, and people nicknaming you Slurp and Burp didn't do that shit either, but Orange Man getting elected as president does. How the fuck does that make any sense? And look, guys, I have no issues with hoes being hoes. If you want to be a hoe, by all means, be a hoe. Slang cooch, I don't give a shit. My problem is that I know for a fact that people are not gonna be doing this 4B movement shit after like 3 months. Like, half of these people doing 4B all of a sudden, 3 weeks ago, were shaking ass on a prisoner at a Halloween costume party, and now all of a sudden, they want to be fucking Susan B. Anthony. Like, alright, man. Like, I'm sorry, you're full of shit. Glorilla is still in your playlist. I know for a fucking fact. Like, I just know your ass is lying, man. Like, you're just following the trends at this point. Talking about some bullshit that you're gonna move to Canada. Bitch, you're staying here. Shut the fuck up. And look, guys, again, I have no issues with people doing 4B movement. I have an issue with people saying they're gonna do it, and then ultimately, they're not gonna do shit. Like, they're literally just a bunch of fucking liars. They're just trying to trend hop and find an excuse to hate on somebody. Like, I've seen this song and dance before. A lot of you guys are not gonna be doing this shit. Like, I genuinely find it insane how the dating culture in today's society is so bad that people need to start a whole movement just to not have sex. Like, I don't know, guys. Maybe I'm the crazy one, but not having sex with literally every single organism that comes into your line of sight sounds like something you should have been doing already in the first place. And I already know what a lot of you guys are gonna be saying. You're misogynistic and you hate women. No, I don't. Matter of fact, I actually full-heartedly support the 4B movement because in my opinion, that's like exactly what we need right now. Like, the 4B movement, if done correctly and people actually commit to it, could solve the Western society's issue with dating culture. Like, if more women committed to being celibate, it would cause men and women to stop slinging dick, puss, and STDs to each other like they're trading fucking Pokemon cards. And it would actually cause us to both become more high-value and respected people. But again, you guys, let's be honest here. You guys are not doing that shit. Because with the way that the internet works, it's basically impossible for anyone to commit to any sort of movement. Basically impossible. After a couple months, maybe at max years, people will stop doing that shit. Like, in order for me to actually start believing that women will actually start doing this 4B movement bullshit, I'm gonna need to start seeing these motherfuckers fuck the bear. Like, if I start seeing that shit, then alright, people are doing the 4B movement. Until I see that, you guys are full of shit. So yeah, all in all, the 4B movement, I completely support, and I also think that a lot of men should support it, because something a lot of dudes have been complaining about is that women are out bats and hoes and sluts, yet when they all of a sudden start saying, you know what, I actually want to stop being one of those, they start fucking complaining, which honestly makes zero fucking sense. A lot of these dudes are hypocritical as fuck. You cannot ask women to not be hoes and then complain when they decide to not be hoes. North Korean soldiers getting addicted to corn as soon as they get sent to the front lines in Russia goes to show you that men are horny as fuck. Like, these guys get access to the internet, and instead of searching up ways to escape from North Korea, they're looking up videos of Mia Khalifa dropping 30-point triple doubles on 2 black guys. Like, could you imagine what their families are thinking right now? Like, they're all working in coal mines, working 24 24 hours a fucking day while their son is in the Russian front lines gooning to Lana Rhoades. What do you think that nut felt like? Like, I feel like as soon as they busted, they just started, like, ascending into the air and shit. Eyes rolling in the back of their head. Like, that's how you create super soldiers. Just walking into the Russian front lines hard as a fucking rock, going up to the officer going like, deploy me. Just charging out Ukrainian soldiers, impaling these dudes with their hard-ass dick. Just, what do you think life is gonna be like for these dudes when they come back home? Like they come back to the family, wife tries to come up to like, get off me, bitch! You're not Lana Rhoades! You'll never know what it's like to encounter Eva Elfie. They have like PTSD and shit, like they're sleeping at night and all of a sudden it's just us, Glitches! Could you imagine how weird this must be for the Ukrainian soldiers? Like, they're about to drone strike an area, and then all of a sudden they just see 5 North Korean soldiers just circle jerking it on a fucking Samsung Z Flip. Hey, bro, get the angle, bro. Get the angle. Could you imagine being the Russian soldiers right now? I'd be so pissed, man. Like, I'm in the trenches, like, fearing for my life, and I look to the left, and it's just some North Korean dude whacking his shit. Fire! Fire! Do you guys think they've encountered Yes King yet? Who made that mess? I'm new, bro! I'm new! You fucking the hell out of me, bro! You digging in me! It honestly might be a good idea for the Ukrainian soldiers to send, like, Ukrainian OF models to the front lines, because, like, it could low-key distract, like, the North Korean force. Just doing a full cooch spread and shit like they're All Might. Like, that's how you get them, man. Like, Sutra! But all in all, it's genuinely insane how Jerkmate could potentially have a role in the Ukrainian-Russian war. Yo, guys, I'm sorry, but can we all just finally admit that artistic music fucking sucks? Like, I'm sick and tired of acting like a dude who's rapping over a beat of 2 tribes people having a sex ritual while a didgeridoo is playing in the background is heat. That shit is ass. Like, just because you somehow made a song that is all genres does not mean it's a good song. Matter of fact, it's actually straight doo-doo shit. That song's about to go triple plastic, straight Timu Factory. And don't even get me started on the fans, too. Like, these motherfuckers deadass make it worse. Like, seeing people genuinely defend this type of bullshit is like watching North Korean people being forced to stand and applaud Kim Jong-un every single time he makes an appearance, even though they definitely hate that motherfucker. Cause, like, there's actually no way you like the shit that you're hearing. Like, this motherfucker is quite literally harmonizing with the Mr. Beast video right now, and you're trying to tell me that this shit is gas. Like, come on, bro, be serious right now. But, like, anytime the fans of this shit actually tries to defend it, they all say the same shit. Oh, man, you just don't get it, man. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, that just makes no sense, because when majority of people don't fucking get it, then that just means that it's fucking ass. Like, just because there are 3 people in the world, including you, that somehow get this shit, does not all of a sudden make it good. Because for people that say that this music is fucking amazing and transformative, I'll tell you what it's not good at. Selling. Like, these songs make 0 fucking money, man. Straight triple cardboard box. Like, it'll never even hit the top 1,000 Billboard, yet motherfuckers will still say that it's heat. Like, get your dumb ass out of here, bro. Also, just another thing, if somebody genuinely says that he's a musician's musician one more fucking time, I might throw a chair at you. Like, I'm actually this close to palm striking a dude in the fucking weenus. Like, I'm dead ass sick of this shit. Like, someone being classified as a musician's musician is basically code word for being, how can I make the shittiest music you'll ever hear in your entire life, but people will still glaze me anyway because I used, like, 3 instruments that no one ever uses. Like, people that say this just like to be different, man. Like, it's okay, man. You genuinely like hearing dog shit in your ears. Like, you're different from us, man. You're unique and special. Like, I dead ass would rather listen to Master Oogway's whole fucking discography over the bullshit that you guys are calling heat. And the fucked up part about it is that Master Oogway probably sells more than these dudes. And it's even more fucked up because that motherfucker also went triple smash patty, straight fries and ketchup. Like, could you imagine going on car rides with this person? That's probably the closest feeling you'll ever get to feeling like you're in hell. Just a song of a dumbass motherfucker rapping over the American Dad theme. I dead ass kill myself. I'm driving that car straight into a motherfucking bridge. And there's dead ass nothing you can do to stop me. I don't care. So yeah, if you're a fan of artistic music, then be a fan. But don't try and push this type of music onto other people because it genuinely should be a hate crime to introduce people to this type of dog shit. Old people do not know how to get haircuts. Plain and simple, I don't care what people say. Anytime I've ever seen an old person's cut is genuinely the most chopped shit I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. Look, I can get it to an extent because the times are changing and some people just aren't able to catch up to what's the newest, freshest haircut, but I genuinely believe that there are some old dudes that legit just walk into their barbershop and tell the barber, alright my guy, fuck me up. Just walking out the barbershop with a haircut that looks like a goddamn old-timey cuss word. Slaps ass cut. Like, what the fuck? Like, something needs to change, man. You can't just keep getting cuts that are the epitome of the word scallywag. Like, this is fucked up. Like, some of these dudes' cuts are so bad that you genuinely start wondering if the barber even used clippers to cut their hair. Like, some of these motherfuckers' haircuts look like they used a fork to cut their shit. Because, like, why does your hairline have a slope of y equals mx plus b? Like, what is going on? Like, I still remember being 7 years old, guys, and I had to consistently watch, like, 60-year-old men get regularly fucked up by the daily by these women at sports clips. And they would just be walking out with these dog shit ass cuts, like gelled up mini mohawks. Like, bro, like you look like Guy Fieri, my guy. Take that shit off. And at some point, you gotta start blaming the barbers for doing such a bad job, because even if these old dudes are asking you to do the craziest shit to their hair, they should not be walking out the barbershop looking like Helen Keller cut that shit instead of you. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, I genuinely believe that old people specifically get cuts by shitty barbers so they won't feel bad by making their hairline look like an exponential function. And I know they do this because I still remember this one time when I went down to visit my father and he made me get a haircut with his own personal barber. My guy, this dude fucked me up so bad, mid-cut. This dude said, yeah bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm probably not even gonna charge you for this shit. What? This dude was fucking me up so badly, he told me mid-cut, before the haircut was even finished, finished that this shit was free. How badly was this dude fucking me up to give me a free cut before that shit was even finished? And guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, that haircut was no joke. The worst haircut I've ever gotten in my entire fucking life. Like, as soon as I saw the finished product, I was ready to send an airstrike at that fucking shop, no joke. In the entire car ride back home, my dad was trying to tell me the cut was good. This motherfucker was like, hey, yeah, man. Nah, son, that shit is good, man. That's honestly the best haircut you ever got in your entire life. What the fuck? This is honestly a whole separate video in and of itself. This shit genuinely still pisses me off to this day. Also, guys, just a side note with old women, I don't know if it's just you guys, but anytime I'm looking at an old woman's haircut, why do they all look like Edna from the Incredibles movie? Like, what the fuck is up with that? No capes. Like, what the hell? But look, at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with all these old dudes getting haircuts that they want to get. I just have a huge issue with a lot of these dudes purposely getting these chopped ass cuts with their hairline looking like the Appalachian Rocky Mountain range. Like, please stop that shit. But you know what, guys? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe these chopped ass haircuts are actually getting pulled at the nursery homes. Like, maybe these chopped ass shit cuts I'm seeing all the time that these old dudes are rocking, maybe Beatrice at the nursery home, she be liking that shit. So look, I don't know. Maybe game is game. I really don't know. All I know is that I'm looking at your haircut and somehow there's a parabola on that hoe. So I don't know what the fuck is going on, but please fix that shit. Guys, I'm not even trying to sound like a bully when I say this, but Asmongold has got to be top 3 dirtiest motherfuckers alive right now. No joke. Like, the amount of disgusting shit I hear this motherfucker say and do is insane. Like, this motherfucker deadass lives like Shrek. Matter of fact, not even like Shrek, because at least Shrek takes showers. I don't think Asmongold has touched water in like 2 years. Like, I've seen this man eat food with literal maggots in them. I've seen cockroaches just crawling over his body like he's the nest. And I've seen this motherfucker quite literally gag at the taste of water. Ah, like, you're disgusting, man. You're gross as fuck. The worst one by far is when he told everyone that he used to use a dead, rotting rat as an alarm clock in the morning because the rotting flesh would start to burn when the sun came out. No joke, lock his ass up. Like, his fucking house has got to be some sort of biochemical hazard. How in the fuck is this allowed by HOA? Like, I'm not one to assume, but Asmongold has got to have, like, the crustiest asshole you've ever seen in your entire life. Like, I'm convinced this motherfucker wipes with his hand. Like, it seeped into his skin so badly, this motherfucker's 10% black now. And you know what's so crazy? Despite all this shit, people still like Asmongold. Why? Like, this motherfucker's room looks like he has orgies with dumpsters, and his bedside partner is a family of cockroaches. One of the members is beheaded. And despite all that shit, people still come up to Asmongold being like, yeah, I trust this man with all of his takes on gaming. Why though? Because, like, in all honesty, what the fuck does Asmongold know how to do? I'll tell you what he doesn't know how to do. How to clean his fucking house. Like, I'm not questioning why Asmongold is popular. Disgusting motherfuckers exist everywhere. Like, you want to find disgusting people? Just go to a Long John Silver's. My question is why do people even care what Asmongold has to say in the first place? Like, everything that man says should be immediately considered invalid. Who the fuck cares what this disgusting goblin has to say about Space Marines too? Like, this man should be more worried about buying a can of fucking Febreze rather than his takes on the new Assassin's Creed Odyssey game. And the crazy thing about all this is that he's a millionaire. Like, he can easily decide to hire a maid to clean all this shit up every single week, yet he still decides to live like he's in a landfill because he wants to. Like, this dude deadass wants to live like shit. I don't understand how people want to hear opinions out of this dude's fucking mouth. And, like, have you heard the shit that this man says? He says the most misogynistic and racist shit I've ever heard in my entire life. Like, anytime a game with a woman character comes out, this fucking embodiment of green aura with flies has to shit on it for no fucking reason other than the fact that the main character of the game is a woman. And this is what I mean, guys. Why in the fuck do we even give a single shit what Dr. Stankman has to say about games or just any issue in general? We shouldn't give a fuck. Because, like, here's the thing. Would you give a single fuck about what a homeless man living under a bridge has to tell you? You probably wouldn't give a single shit. So why in the hell would you give a single fuck what Asmongold has to say about anything? This motherfucker lives worse than the homeless people. Because, like, I'm starting to get so sick and tired of this dirty ass loser hobo just thinking up my whole fucking For You page every time he comes up on my shit. Because, like, every clip I see of this man, I deadass wish I could just unwatch it and act like I never saw that shit. Like, he is the epitome of the incel gaming loser. So why in the hell do all of us put so much value into what the fuck he has to say? Like, he should be treated just like every other homeless naked dude you see on the street begging on a trash can, saying, the apocalypse is coming! We just ignore them. Because I don't particularly find it very amusing or entertaining to watch 3 tarantulas crawl out this dirty ass motherfucker's ass crack. Like, I do not want to see that shit. And to all the Asmongold fans out there, I just want to say, I don't give a shit how you feel about this. Please, deadass stay like 10 feet away from me. I know you stink like shit. Does no one else find it insane how people want criminal rappers that murder people and shit to be released just because they make good music, or is that just me? And what's weird about it too is that it's only rappers. Like, you don't see people out there going like, yeah man, free R. Kelly, my guy, let him open a preschool. Like, no one's saying that. But, like, anytime a rapper that makes good music gets locked up, all of a sudden you're gonna be seeing a bunch of posts of people being like, yeah bro, free him, he's innocent, he ain't do nothing wrong. This motherfucker got caught on 4 different cameras when running over 3 babies. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, I just find it insane how as soon as you make good music as an artist, all of a sudden people think you're an amazing person that can do no wrong. Like, I still see people claim that King Von was a stand-up civilian, even though there are like 55 interviews of people saying that this motherfucker was like Satan's greatest soldier. Crazy shit. Like, I still remember when this whole free TK shit was going on, but for some reason people just don't remember the fact that TK made all his popular songs when he was on the fucking run. Like, there was deadass a whole manhunt for this man, and people were still like, nah, man, TK's a good person that helps the community. Free bro for real, even though this dude got locked up for 55 years for a fucking double homicide. But no one gives a shit apparently. Like, just because he produced good music does not mean he should just be washed away of all of his fucking sins, man. Like, the only heat he's gonna be experiencing is in hell. Like, I don't care what you guys have to say, man. In my eyes, a criminal is a dangerous fucking criminal. Doesn't matter who the fuck it is. And all of this kind of just tells all of us as humans how selfish we really are, because in reality, we literally could not give a single fuck about what happens to other human beings. All we care about is if we're getting good music, good entertainment. We only care about our own self. We don't give a fuck if a rapper has nuked a small town in fucking Venezuela. As long as that motherfucker produces good music, we couldn't give a shit. Like, we all claim to be good-hearted people that are empathetic, but in reality, a lot of us are selfish as fuck, and we lack zero empathy. Because with Young Thug being free, everyone's celebrating, everyone's hooting and hollering like, yes, Thug is free. That's not a good thing. Like, let's be honest here, guys. That motherfucker was guilty as shit. The only reason why he got away with it is because he had J-Oma's sensei with him. Like, that dude, Brian Steele, was just pulling straight bullshit out of his ass. Young Thug, truly humble under God. What the fuck is this? Like, let's just face the facts. Young Thug is a dangerous criminal who is the kingpin of a fucking gang. Like, why are we just not accepting that as a fact? But, like, guess what? None of that shit matters because at least Young Thug makes good music. We're all fucking horrible people. Like, you guys might not like what I'm about to say, but if Jeffrey Epstein was a great, amazing rapper, then there'd be a lot more people that would be saying he was innocent. If Bill Cosby had the rap career of Tyler, the Creator, people would be screaming to free him. And here's the thing, a lot of you guys will be saying, nah, man, I wouldn't be saying that at all. Yes, the fuck you would. Let's be honest. You don't care about the dangerous shit that these people have done, the families they've disbanded, and the people they've harmed or killed. The only thing you guys care about is the fact that you might not be getting great music from them anymore. And look, to be honest with you, that's fine to think. It's fine to recognize that. The problem is, stop trying to act like you're a good fucking person. A lot of you guys, morally, are all fucked up in the head. Stop trying to sit up here and be like, I care about others, and I'm trying to be empathetic, and kindness is a virtue of mine. That's all bullshit, and you know it. You are self-centered and selfish, just like a lot of people in this world, and you need to accept that. Don't fuck you. This is the kind of shit that makes you realize that creativity is at an all-time fucking low. What is this shit? Like, what do you even call this shit? The double-decker couch twos? Like, what the fuck? How the fuck do you even get somebody's feet to fit in that fucking contraption? It's a little L piece on Tetris, man. How the fuck is that gonna fit on somebody's foot? What does this shoe even fit with? What does this pair well with? Can someone out there please explain to me what fashion pieces look good with the fucking Minecraft twos? Because as far as I can see, I'm looking at a bare-ass Lego foot. There's no shoes on that motherfucker. Could you imagine being the 6-year-old at a factory in Bangladesh that has to make this shit? I'll probably kill myself. Like, that's the shit that they're getting paid 13 cents an hour for. Hell no. And I know a lot of people are like, AI is ruining creativity and artwork. This is the shit that we're doing when AI isn't in the picture. We're cooked. It's like, this is just my opinion. I personally think that it's motherfuckers that make stupid shit like this is the reason why art is on a fucking decline. Like, that's just me. Because like, you guys have to understand, a whole-ass human being had to sit down and brainstorm ideas for a new shoe for Nike for probably like months. And the best thing this motherfucker could think of was, man, let's just put fucking blocks on these bitches' feet. Like, what the fuck? Like, these fuckers really sat there at a meeting and came to a consensus that Lego feet shoes were the solution. You're not fucking serious, bro. Like, you guys are really trying to tell me that you would much rather have a group of human beings and artists come together to make this shit, but not a robot to make a landscape of a tree in 3 fucking seconds. Shut the fuck up, because the more I look at this piece of shit, the less it looks like a Lego piece. If anything, that shoe looks like a Minecraft staircase block, and they just painted it yellow. Like, get these motherfuckers out of here, man. And what's fucked up about it is I know for a goddamn fact I'm about to see a motherfucker wear that in a couple months. So yeah, to any of the people out there that are gonna cop the Lego Ninjago 3s, by all means go do it. But me personally, if I ever see you wear that shit in public, we're probably gonna have to fight. Yo guys, on some real shit here. To all the dudes watching this, have you guys ever had a crush on a girl for so long that the more you look at them, the more beautiful they get? Like, you're looking at them in the hallways and you just get low-key mad that they so fine, bro. But you just gotta hit a fuck! Cause like, they that bad though. And guys, what's so fucked up about like the crush I have on this chick is because I could like never be with her because of my own fucking actions. Because like, we got some history. It is not fucking good. But for those of you who don't know, me and this girl went to the same elementary school. And at the time, my crush liked my best friend. At the time I didn't like her, right? Like, I didn't really care. But I was like some weirdo L-ass mans. And I remember after learning that, I went into recess the same day and I went up to this girl and I told her that my best friend has a small dick. Keep in mind, I was in 5th fucking grade. And before you guys start asking, why in the fuck would you do that? I have legitimately No fucking excuse. Guys, I'm telling you right now, I was a piece of shit in elementary school and middle school. I regret a lot of the shit that I did back then. Like, I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me, but I still ended up doing it at the end of the day, and I beat myself up over it like almost every single fucking day I see her in the hallways or in my class. This one, though, is by far the worst. We had a class in 7th grade science class, and I sat right next to her. And at the time, I was in art, and I had this giant-ass sketchbook. And when I was in 7th grade, I was a little childish, you know what I mean? So you know what I decided to do? What I would do in my free time in this class was I would draw dicks in my sketchbook, like page after page after page, intentionally to piss her off. Because, like, I was a little shit, man. I was a little annoying shit that wanted attention as much as possible, and that's what I ended up fucking doing. And guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, them drawings were accurate and detailed as fuck. I'm talking shading, hair, heart, stuff. I drew fucking everything. I was so dedicated to the craft, I was looking at real-life images to replicate the shit. I was that committed to this. And guys, it got so bad that she reported me to the principal, and I had to throw all those drawings out. And at the time, I was dead-ass pissed, because I spent like a lot of fucking time drawing all those pictures. So guys, imagine how fucking embarrassing it is going into class every day, and I have to see this beautiful, divine chick, and all this motherfucker thinks of me is that weirdo-ass dude who told her that her crush had a small dick, and also would just draw a bunch of flaccid and hard dicks every single time that I had free time in science class. I'm cooked! Like, bro, what in the fuck is wrong with me, man? Oh my god! Bro, she's smart, she's beautiful, she can have a conversation with. Oh my god, bro, I'm getting sick to my fucking stomach, bro. Real shit, man. Because, like, here's the thing. If none of that happened, I would probably ask her out, and I don't even care if she rejected me. At least I can accept that. I can never even ask her out, because I would deadass just get embarrassed thinking about all the shit that I did to her in the past. Like, fuck no. Because, like, imagine how weird that shit would be. Hey, I think you're kind of fine, but, like, you remember how, like, I had, like, a little dick drawn thing? Changed, man. I'm not doing that shit. And, guys, I swear to fucking God, if somehow, some way, you find out who this motherfucking girl is, I'm gonna kill myself. So, guys, I know everybody's talking about this whole Jinxie and Brecky breakup situation happening right now, and everybody's talking about, oh, Brecky is super insecure and she's doing too much, and Jinxie doesn't have to feel bad about all the stuff he did. I don't understand how nobody's talking about what in the fuck could Jinxie have been possibly watching for his porn star OnlyFans girlfriend to break up with, bro. Because in my eyes, this motherfucker had to have been watching the most dastardly and outrageous thing you have ever seen in your entire life. Like, it's either this dude Jinxie was watching bestiality porn or Judy Hopps footjob compilations. There's no in between. Because in my eyes, it is essentially impossible for an OnlyFans model to get mad at their partner for masturbating because you're doing the exact shit that this motherfucker is doing to. That's like a construction worker getting mad at their wife for making houses out of Legos. Babe, what is with all these Lego houses and shit? Motherfucker, you just came back from building one. Shut the fuck up. So, like, I'm just extremely curious on what in the fuck Brecky Hill got this motherfucker Jinxie gooning to. Was it Nico Kato Avocado's OnlyFans or some shit? Because if that's what bro was jorking his meat to, Brecky, I understand. Also, the fact that this dude came on the stream and started crying over Brecky Hill is low-key kind of crazy. And look, I'm not trying to say Brecky Hill like a low-value woman, but this motherfucker crying over Brecky Hill is like the equivalent of me crying over the fact that somebody stepped on my fucking bag of potato chips. And Brecky must have sucked the manhood out of this motherfucker too, because now he's cutting off his IRL friends over Brecky Hill. This motherfucker is not human, bro. Real shit. Because it genuinely makes no sense. He's like, I don't like how you're disrespecting my girlfriend when she disrespects your ass every single fucking day. Like, personally, I don't really understand how she respects you when she's an OnlyFans model. Just me respecting my boyfriend. Here's my titties, guys. Like, what the fuck? Like, it genuinely makes no sense. Brecky Hill is Cleopatraing this motherfucker Jinxie right now, and it's so painfully obvious to everybody else except Jinxie. You might be saying, hey, bro, let me be happy, it's their relationship. Well, clearly, it's not their relationship because for some fucking reason, they always gotta make shit public, and they've broken up like 3 fucking times now. Like, these motherfuckers are the new age Meghan and Harry. We want privacy. Don't disrespect our relationship. Leave us alone. The next day, they're about to hop on a stream talking about some bullshit like, guys, we broke up. What the fuck? So at the end of the day, what did we learn? Jinxie's a normal cuck simp loser just like a lot of us were at some point in our lives. Don't worry, we've all been through before. We can be completely honest about that. What's different about it though is the fact that Jinxie is a fucking millionaire and has a huge ass influence. So like, I just don't think you should be getting on stream talking about some bullshit like I was getting too much, I was masturbating too much, and yeah, my OnlyFans girlfriend broke up with me. No! Like, I don't give a single fuck, my guy. So guys, recently I've been kind of on a nostalgia trip recently, and I've been watching all the YouTubers that I used to watch when I was growing up. One of those people was Popular MMOs, and I never realized that Pat and Jen had to be on drugs or something when they were making videos. Like, I never realized how unserious they sounded in all their videos. I was like 7 when I watched them, but now when I'm watching them now, like, I can just tell that they were on straight bullshit. Like, I would be those two. If I were to ever make the same content as them, I would just be drunk or high as shit and play Lucky Blocks challenges all day. Also, I love how, like, shittily edited all the videos are. Like, I never realized how bad their editing was in all their videos, but it didn't fucking matter because it was entertaining regardless. Honestly, it makes the videos like 10 times more funnier when I just see like the dog shit editing that Pat would do for his vids. He makes the most random cuts. It's hilarious as hell. Like in some parts he should be cutting, like he'll show a full sequence of him just running around and shit, but then he would just show like random cuts of him like standing on top of like a diamond tower mining it randomly. And it's the funniest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. And bro's intro was the most unserious shit I've ever seen in my entire life, bro. Like you cannot tell me that bro was not a comedian. They're funny as shit. Also, I just love the way that Pat and Jen talk in all their videos, man. Like Pat talks like a caveman with 32 IQ in like the best way possible. Hey dudes! Like that's my shit. I honestly appreciate how unserious they were able to be in literally every single one of their videos. Like even in the breakup video, like I was watching it a couple minutes ago, they were still laughing and smiling and shit. And it's just like, I kind of can appreciate that even like in moments where they were like, shit, they were still like really positive, really happy. That's lit. I don't know, kind of just like a random shit post, but like, I don't know, I just really love Popular MMOs. He's one of my favorite YouTubers growing up. Yeah guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, I tried getting into all these rich people sports like tennis and golf, and all I have to say is keep that to the nursing homes, man. I'm never watching that shit ever again. Because here's the thing, I have a lot of friends that are into golf and tennis, and they always try to convince me that I need to watch it. Like as soon as I watch it, I'm gonna get hooked just like that. So I was like, okay, bet, I'll watch a match. The US Open is on right now. Let's watch a match together. So I pull up the US Open match. Tell me why the first thing I gotta see is this motherfucker hit some shit, and then right after he's like, ah! What was that? Like, what was that? I'm not watching this ditty-ass sport, bro. Why in the hell are they busting a nut every single time they hit the damn ball? Like, I literally had to sit there and watch two grown-ass men nut bust over a goddamn tennis ball. Like, what is this? Like, does hitting the tennis ball sexually arouse these people? I don't get it. And another thing, too, I couldn't tell if the tennis players were there to play tennis or check in on the day in the office. Because a lot of these tennis players were wearing, like, polos. And I'm not trying to discredit a sport, but if you can wear a polo when playing a sport, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to discredit any of these athletes, but if you can play a sport while looking like you're a part-time worker at fucking Old Navy, then I'm not really seeing it. Like, guys, just imagine this. Imagine whenever you watch basketball, anytime someone dunked the ball, this motherfucker just hit a, ah! Like, you wouldn't watch that shit. I'm not really trying to see Anthony Edwards posterize a motherfucker and then right after, just nut all over him. Like, I'm good with that, bro. So then I tried to watch golf with all my golf friends. I feel like I don't even have to say how goddamn boring golf was. First of all, the commentators sound like David Attenborough. And second of all, this one doesn't really matter, but I swear on my entire life, I didn't see not one speck of POC in any of those goddamn crowds. And after watching these two sports, I kind of realized the reason why these sports are boring as fuck is because a lot of their athletes weren't poor as fuck. But you guys gotta understand, the athletes that are literally coming from the goddamn trenches are what makes the sport exciting and visceral and emotional. Like, you can feel the hunger of them playing through the TV screen. Like, I can feel the days that some of these basketball players were eating food out of the garbage can. I've never felt that a single day in my life watching tennis or golf. They don't have that hunger. And look, I'm not trying to say that none of these tennis players or golf players ever grew up poor, but they never grew up like favela poor. Like some pro soccer players used to grow up playing with a bundled up sock wearing no shoes. None of these fucking tennis players or golf players ever had to do that shit. At most, it was a sweater on cold nights in the house. It's just different tax bracket levels of poor. Like a lot of these poor tennis and golf players were poor, but they weren't poor, if you know what I mean. I don't know if anyone else has noticed this yet, but can someone out there please explain to me why freshmen never look like freshmen? Like for some reason, these motherfuckers never look 14 or 15. They either always look like they're 7 or they're 32. Like there's no in between. Like you'll just be randomly walking the hallways one day, and all of a sudden some like 4'11" dude who wears light up Skechers and has a rolly backpack just crosses your path. And then the next motherfucker after him is like some gargantuan dude who's 6'5" and has a beard. And you're just staring at these people like, what the fuck? Like, how did we go from Go-Go Squeeze to Ford F-150? Like, how did those two things mix together? Like, where's the correlation with that shit? Like, how do some of these 14-year-olds look like these other 14-year-olds' fathers? And it's just so bizarre for me because I'm constantly thinking that the human species is either devolving or evolving. Like, I'll stare at one motherfucker and I'm thinking, yeah, the human race is fucked. It's over for us. And then I'll stare at the next dude and I'm just convinced that they popped out their mom's vagina with chest hair. So, like, I don't even know at this point. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't really even have an issue with that if there were actual 14-year-olds that looked fucking 14. Like, there's no in-between, man. Like, it's either you look like you still have recess or you look like the motherfuckers who built the playground. You guys might be saying, Eli, why are you even looking at the freshmen anyway? That's kind of weird, bro. And like, I get it, but like also at that same point, like how can I not notice that shit? Because at the end of the day, I give the exact same reaction no matter what they look like, and it's, who the fuck let you in? Because no matter what, your ass does not look like you belong here. Because like it's either we're sending your ass back to elementary school, or we're gonna send you into the workforce, man. Like what the fuck are y'all doing here? Like it's honestly starting to get to a point where I'm starting to believe that these motherfuckers are lying about their age. Because like you'll be watching interviews of these people, and there's no way in hell that they're fucking 14. Trey, 14, 270 pounds, defensive ends. Oh, fuck no. So, like, I don't know what's going on with a lot of these parents' gene pools. Like, I don't know why all your fucking babies are either popping out with the super soldier serum or they're looking like Roger from American Dad. So, like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but, like, fix that shit for real. I don't know if it's y'all, but I feel like the more rich you become, the stupider you are. Because, like, you guys ever notice that rich people are always dying from, like, the stupidest shit that you've ever heard of in your entire life? Like, they've never died a natural death. Because, like, you'll be checking the news, and then randomly, you'll see some shit where these motherfuckers are like, Baby Go CEO dies from a cardiac arrest following an overdose on Viagra at an orgy. Like, what? Like, that has never happened before, man. What the hell? Like, you'll just be staring at the screen, and you're just questioning who dies from this shit, man. Like, how is this even possible? And, like, I don't even want to sound like an asshole when I say this, but, like, I don't even feel bad for these people. Because when you end up doing dangerous and stupid shit, and you end up dying from it, like, what the fuck am I supposed to say? Nah, man, I can't believe it. Who would have thought the submarine would have imploded? Like, what the fuck? Because here's the thing. Rich people buy and do stupid shit because they can. Like, these fuckers have so much money that they'll just buy shit for no reason. Like a stairway to their door. So when these millionaires and billionaires with fuck you amounts of money decide to do fuck you shit and they end up dying from it, how the fuck am I supposed to sit here and be like, ah, man, I feel so bad, dude. I can't believe this happened. Because I'll be lying to myself because I 1000% knew this was gonna fucking happen. Like, I still remember back in 2022 when the media was trying to make us feel bad about, like, that Ocean Gate shit. I didn't fucking care. Like, these fuckers really tried to make me feel bad for a bunch of millionaires and billionaires who died because they wanted to go see the fucking Titanic in a dingy-ass submarine. Are you fucking serious? Because when you think about it, what rational person out of fucking T-Mobile is ever gonna think, you know what? I need to get into a submarine and go visit the Titanic. No one's thinking that shit. So when I keep seeing news about the Ocean Gate situation 2 years after it happened, I don't give a fuck. Like, guys, recently a billionaire funded his own goddamn space mission to do a solo spacewalk. Like, what the fuck? And he did this just because he fucking wanted to. Thankfully, he didn't die. But, like, if he was to die, I probably wouldn't feel bad. Because this is exactly what I mean when I say that billionaires have fuck you amounts of money. Because what normal person just wakes up and decides, you know what? I'm gonna fund my own goddamn mission to space. Like, what the fuck? Like, they're dying from shit that only a millionaire or a billionaire could ever die from. That's the point I'm trying to make. Like, I honestly find it kind of funny how these rich people are dying because of how rich they are. Because, like, no janitor at Chuck E. Cheese is ever gonna die from imploding in a goddamn submarine, man. That's the exact point I'm trying to fucking make. Yeah, well, another shooting just happened today, and it kind of just feels like this is a daily thing now. It's almost like a fucking daily horoscope. Almost every other month or even week at this point, there seems to be another goddamn school shooting. At what point are we gonna have to say, like, enough is enough? How many more people have to fucking die before anything is done? And I don't give a single fuck about what the solution is going to be. I just want a solution, a plan. I want something to be done to try and prevent this shit from ever happening again. And yet there have been no laws passed to try and prevent this from ever happening. Like, why is it that we have to go into school? And school feels like a goddamn COD map, man. Search and destroy in this bitch. Like, I find it so crazy that I, as a 16-year-old, have to plan an escape room for every single one of the classes that I am in, just in case a school shooter decides to come into the school. Do you know how fucking stupid that is? Like, I shouldn't even have to worry about that, but I do. Like, just today, I heard some loud banging noises outside of the hallway, and I got really concerned. I got really panicked. I asked the teacher, hey, what is that noise? Can I go check it out? Because I'm not going to sit in a goddamn classroom to wait for an attention speaker to be like, oh, well, guys, there's a school shooter. Fuck that. I'm getting out as fast as I can. And then it just made me realize, why in the fuck do I even have to worry about that happening? It just shouldn't be happening in general. Like, why is it as soon as I enter any classroom, I gotta look for hiding spots? Thinking, hey man, you think I can fit in that locker? The answer is fuck no, but I have to think about it anyway. I don't know if it's you guys, but I swear to God, the ages of the school shooters are getting younger and younger and fucking younger. Like, the dude that just shot up the school in Georgia was 14 fucking years old. You know what I was doing at 14? Playing League of Legends. And his name was Colt Gray. Sims 3 ass name, man. AI generated ass name. He's a fucking loser. And his goddamn parents should be locked up too for naming him that shitty ass name and for giving him access to guns. Why in the fuck does he have access to that shit at 14 years of age? Like, I'm pretty sure that a lot of kids my age do the exact same thing that I do, but I constantly wonder what I would do if I were to be in a school shooting. And it's so fucked up that I genuinely have to think about that on a daily basis, just like so many other kids my age. It shouldn't be happening. Something has to be fucking done. Obviously, all my condolences go out to the teachers and the students that were killed in this event. Nobody should have to die from this. Nobody should have to die trying to get a better education for themselves and doing the thing that they love. Fuck politicians, man, because it's neither one side's fault in this, it's all of their goddamn fault. Because neither of them have done anything to prevent this from ever happening again. And what's gonna happen is I'm gonna have to walk into school every goddamn day and just think about what is going to happen when my school eventually gets shot up. It's just the world we live in, man. It's really fucking sad.
A parent's worst nightmare has become a legal case that could change the face of social media. 10-year-old Nyla Anderson died after taking part in a so-called blackout challenge that went viral on TikTok.
First of all, I just want to say condolences to the family. They've gone through something serious. No one should have to lose their daughter at such a young age. But also, I just need to say, the fuck you mean this was a TikTok challenge? I've never heard of this shit a day in my motherfucking life. Like, for some fucking reason, motherfuckers in media and politicians want to frame TikTok like it's a modern-day virtual Roman Coliseum or some shit. Like, we're making these motherfuckers fight lions or something. Like, every day I'm hearing that somebody died doing some stupid shit, and then it gets blamed on TikTok because apparently it was some TikTok challenge trend, when in reality, nobody was doing that shit. Like, who the fuck on TikTok was telling people to smoke paint thinner? I always hate how they word it too. Viral TikTok asphyxiation trend kills 3. Like, what the fuck? Like, fuck you mean viral TikTok trend? The only video I could find of that shit, it had 14 views. Like, on everyone watching this shit right now, have you ever seen any video videos of the viral blackout trend. On my whole life, I've never seen that shit. Like, everyone's For You page right now has been Red Shoe Funny GIFs with 808s blasting in the background. Fuck do you mean you've been seeing the viral blackout trend? That shit doesn't exist! On God, this shit getting brought up in Congress. Man, fuck! Like, I swear to God, if I had to see bitch-ass Nancy Pelosi get on stand doing her corny-ass shit, talking about some tic-tac-toe, 3 in a row, I might kill myself. Also, I just want to add that people that are dying from this are usually really little kids that shouldn't even have TikTok anyway. And I don't really want to, like, blame the parents for their kids dying. But also, I'm just saying, like, I feel like the parents should have better monitoring of what their kids are doing with their phone and on social media. Like, call me fucked up, but it's not TikTok's fault that you wouldn't monitor what your kid is doing on social media, and the motherfucker ended up dying because he saw a video with a whole 22 views, 2 likes, and 0 comments talking about some bullshit viral TikTok trend like the jump out the Golden Gate Bridge challenge when nobody was doing that shit. And again, call me a double fucked up, but you notice how the parents always blame, like, social media for the reason why they died and, like, never themselves? Like, they're never thinking that, you know, maybe I should have paid more attention to what my kids were doing on social media that they shouldn't even have to begin with in the first place. So yeah, all my condolences to all the families that have been affected by the viral blackout TikTok trend. But I'm just trying to say that it's not fucking TikTok's fault. Just saying. Guys, what I'm about to say may not sound relatable, but have you guys ever had a crush on somebody that you thought was a woman, but it turns out that the entire time that they were a trans man, and now it kind of made you question your sexuality a little bit? And before you motherfuckers say anything, first of all, fuck you, and second of all, I just want to say that I am not gay, okay? I'm not fucking gay. I'm as straight as a pencil. It just so happens to be that my type in woman seem to mesh really well with trans men. And look, okay, no hate to the bros with camel toes, okay? I'm a proud ally. It's just that me personally, I'm not really with getting with trans men, because at the end of the day, I'm straight. Like, look guys, my ideal type in woman is like the short dyed hair, baggy jeans, and graphic tee type of woman, but those women also end up being a 50-50 mix with trans men, non-binary people, and gay women. So, you know, it's a high-risk, high-reward type of thing. And, you know, let's just say that I've had crushes on 2 people that I thought were women, but it turns out that I lost the lottery. Alright, fuck, they were trans dudes, okay? Shut the fuck up! Like, let me just defend my case real quick. First of all, how was I supposed to know that they were trans dudes, okay? It's not like they came in with a name tag on saying, I'm a trans dude, I don't like dicks. Like, how am I supposed to? So all the people, they're like, well, why didn't you just ask them? I'm not gonna ask somebody if they're fucking trans, because in the case that they're not, I'm getting slapped. Like, why would I go up to somebody who I think is attractive and the first thing I say to them is, hey, you a dude? Like, what the fuck? That's literally how I received the 3-piece women's self-defense combo. Pepper spray, bear spray, and mace all in one. Like, the shit comes with an extra cup of cane sauce. That's how much they cook in my shit if I ask somebody if they're trans. You know, now that I think about it, I probably should have known better. I don't know a single girl that's named Atlas. Like, that's not a girl name. Before any of you fuckers get in here and be like, well, actually, they're technically a girl. No. And guys, the fucked up thing about it is that I literally just figured out that both of these people that I was attracted to were trans, like, last week. And this whole week, I've just been contemplating if it's me or if I just got unlucky. Because here's the thing, right? 1, that's fine. I can live with it happening once in my life. Happen once will never happen again. 2, it's starting to get crazy, and I feel like that's where I'm starting to see, like, a pattern is starting to appear with this shit. Because, like, to be honest with you, this shouldn't be happening to fucking begin with. The fact that it's happened twice is crazy. Like, at that point, how could you blame me for not thinking that I'm fucking gay? But look, I don't want to hear no motherfucking denial is a river. I don't want to hear that shit, okay? I'm just kind of, like, venting my thoughts, alright? This is not a coming out video. I'm not fucking gay. But, like, the fucked up thing about it is that I can't even loudly defend my stance and my sexuality of being gay without sounding like a closeted gay man. So, look, I'm just gonna end it off with this. Really calm, really simple, okay? I was attracted to 2 trans men because I thought they were women, okay? And when I found out that they were trans men, I still thought they were attractive. Like, I'm not, like, just because I found out they were trans men doesn't mean I don't think they're attractive anymore. But also, it made me realize that I can't be with them anymore because I, as a straight man, can't be with men. That's it, okay? That is it, alright? Don't fuck you, because I know what you're thinking, and it's not what you're thinking, okay? Again, I'm straight. I like women. I like cisgendered women, okay? End of story. If I hear so, I swear to God.
Where have all the good guys gone? Where? I just got out of a situationship of like 2 weeks when problems started coming up and I wanted to have these like deep emotional conversations with him. He was just there to have a good time. There's people out there that 1, won't take accountability, 2, they'll say sorry, but they won't do anything about it. You know, any good guys out there, send them my way. Just kidding, please don't. They're all fucked. The dating scene nowadays is fucked. It's just fucked.
Guys, I'm really not trying to sound like a hater right now. I'm really not, because I actually agree with everything that Ellie said in her video. But, like, also at that same point, Ellie, shut the fuck up. Like, this is the perfect example of right message, wrong messenger. Because out of all the people to say this shit, you, Ellie, are probably the last motherfucker that should. And guys, I'm really not trying to sound like a hater on P-stars and OF models right now. It's just the fact that they never take accountability for their own actions dead ass pisses me off. Because how in the fuck do you get on the internet and complain about where all the good men are at, and why is the dating scene so fucked up when you are not even a good woman yourself? The call is coming from inside of the motherfucking house. Like, you are literally a P-star who sells your body for fucking money, and you're trying to get on the internet and complain about where all the good men are at? Shut the fuck up! Like, I'm not trying to say that P-stars shouldn't be able to find love, but I'm also trying to say that you shouldn't be complaining that people do not want to be with you. Like, call me insecure. I don't give a single fuck, man. You made that choice, and now you gotta live with it. Take accountability. Even if I was a woman, what woman would want to be with a fucking P-star, bro? Nobody, bro. It's not desirable. And then in the video, you get on some bullshit talking about some only people want to get in situationships, and they're there for a good time, and they're just there to have sex and leave. Motherfucker, that is quite literally your fucking profession. Like, you literally get paid to have sex with people on camera, get paid, and then leave, no strings attached, and you're trying to complain about that shit when it is quite literally your motherfucking job. Like, call me fucked up, but I don't necessarily blame these dudes for getting with you and then just using you for your body, because guess what? You did that to your fucking self. Like, what in the fuck makes you think that your stupid ass deserves a good man when you're not even a good woman? The men that you're meeting right now is your elo, and stick with that shit. So maybe for next time, realize that the reason where you stand in society is where it's at is because of your own fucking actions and not because of everyone else's, okay? And just live with it, because it's your own fucking fault. And don't post these hypocritical ass posts trying to hate on men and generalize men, saying that dating society is so fucked and where are all the good men at, when you yourself are not even close to a fucking decent woman. You fucking dumbass. I refuse to be friends with my friends' friends because for some reason, these dudes are always friends with my friend for completely different reasons. Like, finding out how your friend became friends with this dude is like finding out that your wife had a double life. Like, fuck you mean you guys met at a glory hole. And what sucks about hanging out with your friend's friend is as soon as the friend that has connected you to leaves to go to the bathroom or some shit, it becomes awkward as hell immediately. We just stare at each other like this. Like, fuck you looking at me like that for? It's like trying to make small talk with your partner in a group project, like video games. Like, it's so weird. Like, I shouldn't be hanging out with somebody and I get so awkward that I start checking what the weather is like in Cupertino. But it's just like, I gel with my friend for completely different reasons than this other motherfucker gels with that friend as well. So we have, like, nothing in common. Like, going to birthday parties when this happened was so awkward. Like, I remember this happening at my best friend's birthday party, and it was at a trampoline park, and this dude had, like, a whole different group of friends with him. I swear to God, it literally felt like I was fighting for this dude like I was in a harem anime or some shit. Give him back, bitch, he's mine! Like, what am I doing right now? Like, this just feels weird as shit, man. I'm not gonna do this, man. And also, anytime I'm in these situations, I always get, like, weirdly competitive. Like, I always compare my friendship with their friendship. Like, I'm just looking at him like, your friendship does not even compare to ours, man. You don't know him like I know him! Like, I just find it so bizarre how our friends can have such different aspects with them that they can be friends with somebody that I would never be friends with. Like, anytime one of my homies invites me to go hang out and he's like, oh, I'll bring this guy with me too, that's my homie. If I don't know that dude, I'm not fucking going. And, like, if I ever do go, as soon as that dude gets up to go to the bathroom or go do some shit, I'm immediately going to the bathroom with him and I'm taking a 10-minute fake shit. Because I do not care. I refuse to interact with this random ass motherfucker that I don't know. Now, something that I've kind of realized about the internet recently is that trends are starting to die, like, way quicker than they're supposed to be. Like, that whole demure trend, I swear to God, was funny for like 7 days. You see how I beat my dick? Very elegant, very mindful, very demure. What the fuck? Like, I don't really see what's so demure about the Like, I don't really see what's so demure about that, man. Look, I'm all for people learning a bunch of new words to add into the vocabulary, but the problem is, half of these bitches don't even know what the fuck that word even means. Well, I thought it meant girly pop. No, it did not. And, like, I can tell that they don't know what demure means when they apply the word to situations that you can't be demure about. Like, you see the way that I penetrate pussy? Very demure. That's not how that works. Also, something that I kind of have to point out as well is that, like, why did it become some sort of fucking gender war between men and women? Like, why are a bunch of these men being like, fuck all women that say demure, that's just a racial slur, what the fuck? Like, bro, it's just some old-timey English. Calm the fuck down, dude. Like, what makes the demure trend so weird to me is that on both sides, they're experiencing the same exact issue. Like, people that are doing the demure trend are doing it without knowing what demure means, and the people hating on the demure trend are hating it without fucking knowing what demure even means either. It's like watching two monkeys fight each other over a fucking iPhone just so they can scratch their ass with it. Like, you don't even know the real purpose of that thing. The only thing I'm really worried about is that there's gonna be a bunch of people that are gonna learn a bunch of dumbass words that they have no business saying. Like, if someone ever comes up to me and is like, dude, that was pretty fickle, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. Like, I just don't want to live in a universe where motherfuckers are speaking Shakespearean to me. That would be hell. Basically, I just don't want to live in a universe where, like, I don't give my homie homework answers one day, and then the next day he comes up to me and says some bullshit like, thou doth comrade has betrayed my trust. What is happening? Like, what I'm worried about is I'm gonna have to see a post of some motherfucker going like, you see how I just curb stomped this dude? Very evil, very violent, very draconian. What the fuck? Like, at that point, yeah, we could probably say something about it. But I mean, like, for now, like, who fucking cares, you know? People are learning new words to add to the vocabulary. I see nothing wrong. Like, at least they're learning actual English words instead of sigma alpha ris skibbity. I'm gonna kill myself. When it comes to taking girls on dates, there are just certain spots that you don't go to. The main reasons being that you either look like a fucking idiot when you're at the spot, or there are cooler people than you at that place. Like, never take your girl out to a fast food restaurant. Like, you know how fucking stupid you look in that drive-thru going, yeah, I'll have one happy meal. Like, shut your dumb ass up. So, like, you want chicken nuggets and shit? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, this is what I mean, guys. You don't need to impress the girl necessarily, but you just need to not unimpress them. Basically, don't go to locations where you're gonna look like you have the IQ of Neon and Jack Doherty combined. A whole whopping 12 IQ. Because, like, why are you going on art dates where you don't have fucking paint? Girlfriend's looking at your shit like, oh, is that a dick? Nah, it's a giraffe. Basically, go on dates where you either don't have to showcase any skills, or you can showcase the skills that you're good at. Girl might be a little confused, like, hey, yo, why are we playing ping pong right now? Because I'm spiking that shit on you. But to me, the worst place that you could ever take somebody on a date has to be a roller skating rink. Because I don't know why, but for some reason at every roller skating rink, there's always at least like 2 dudes in there that are like Olympic acrobatic gymnasts. Like as soon as you walk in, you see these 2 motherfuckers do a backflip all of a sudden. Like what the fuck? Like these dudes are 1000% trying to steal your fucking girlfriend. Cause like they have no business to be doing a moonwalk into a somersault in a fucking roller skating rink that's filled with primarily 11-year-olds. Unless that dude is a fucking pedophile, he's trying to take your girl, man. But you'll be watching these dudes start fucking breakdancing in the middle of the roller skating rink and you're trying to tell me that these fuckers are not trying to steal my girlfriend. Who the fuck does that, man? Like that's what I mean. Like these cool ass dudes, you can't do anything about it. You might as well just say, you know what, fuck it, take her, bro. Because like you can't replicate the shit they're doing. Like as soon as you try to put roller skates on, your ass turns into a newborn horse immediately. Legs all buckled and shit. It's fucked up. Like there's nothing worse than going to the roller skating rink when your stupid ass is on the side railings, barely being able to move, and then this dumbass fucking trapeze artist wants to come through doing one-legged squats and shit on the dance floor. Like, bro, what the fuck? You have to fight him. You have to fucking fight him at that point, man. You gotta restore your honor. Because if you don't, I guarantee that girl's leaving with that motherfucker instead of you. The one thing about me that you guys don't know about is I actually really like learning a lot about history. But whenever I say history, people always assume I'm talking about like, oh, you really like wars and revolutions. Hell no, man. When I say I like learning about history, what I want to learn about is if like peasants in the 1300s wiped their ass. And like between me and you, they had crusty shitty ass 24/7. Like I want to know what the first English nobleman's reaction to putting salt on chicken was. It must have been the equivalent of a caveman discovering the fucking wheel. I mean shit, motherfuckers in England are already discovering that shit to this day. Like that's what I mean, man. Like, that's why I always say I feel like an average Victorian noble child wouldn't be able to survive if they were given a chamoy pickle cake. Like these dudes would have butter on toast and then go ape shit, start whipping their dick out and save that shit for the spank bank. You're trying to tell me that these same motherfuckers wouldn't have a cardiac arrest if I gave them watermelon with tahini? Like I'm telling you that English texture packed motherfucker is 1000% dying. Another thing too is Egypt. Like anytime Egypt is brought up, everyone wants to talk about the pyramids, but no one wants to talk about the incest. Like everyone's too busy talking about how did the Egyptians build the pyramids? They must have had space tech, but they're not looking at the fucking babies who look like the aliens that made that shit. Like the Egyptian royals were just one giant ass porno shoot, man. Just incest on incest on incest. There was so much incest you'd think we were in Alabama. And like the reason that they did this shit must have been racist. Like apparently the reason why they did this was to keep their bloodlines pure. Like fuck you mean pure, man? What is so pure about this baby coming out with 3 ears and 4 eyeballs? Like a lot of these babies came out looking like fucking E.T., man. Send their ass back to Mars. Another thing too is historical figures. Like did you guys know that Benjamin Franklin was a straight up sex demon? Like this dude was still fucking at the age of 70. Do you know how insanely old 70 is for the 18th century? That's 124 today. Like at that age, did nut even come out of his dick. And at that point, he's shooting straight dust out of his penis. Just straight soul semen coming out of his urethra. And a lot of people, when they learn about this information, they're like, ugh, I can't look at Benjamin Franklin and say, I learned about this information. And I was like, you know what? That's my fucking founding father. Like just imagining 73-year-old Benjamin Franklin being the absolute grace off of a French chick, it just makes me patriotic. Like that's why I stand for the pledge. It's because of motherfuckers like Benjamin Franklin. Just impregnating bitches with ghost babies, man. Like that's why he's the GOAT. I'm gonna set the scene for you guys for this scenario I'm about to play out for you right now. Imagine you are an Asian woman in big 2024. You think interracial marriages have always been existed for decades now. It's nothing new. And you have a presence on social media and you have been dating the love of your life, Tyler Smith, a white person, for like 2 years now. You're planning on marrying this guy and you kind of just want to share your relationship with him online because you have a presence on social media just like everyone else on the face of the planet. So you decide to make a video of you being all cutesy with your boyfriend, and instead of getting all the nice supportive comments that you expect a lot of people to showcase to you because you guys are a cute couple, instead what you get are a bunch of Asian men commenting sounding all bitter saying Oxford study, another Asian woman beaten by the Oxford study. If that was me in that scenario, I'd be thinking that the KKK just added Asian men into the roster. That's all I'm trying to say. As an Asian person, you can see it right there on my face and in my eyes. I'm very proud to be an Asian person. Everything about it, I think it's awesome. I think it's great. There are some things that suck about it, but overall, I love being the culture and race that I am. You know, love being a proud member of the yellow daffodil honey butter lemon complexion community. But one of the things that is really starting to piss me off with the Asian community right now, specifically Asian men, is the Oxford study. Probably the most racist term that I have ever seen in like my entire life when it comes to Asian people. Now, for those of you who don't know what the Oxford study is, it originally supposedly was a study done by Oxford University to claim that Asian women find white men more attractive than any other man available, right? And Asian men saw this and it just took off from there, and it kind of has just transformed into meaning, hey, any white person with an Asian girl means Oxford study. It means mid. It essentially means a 10 out of 10 Asian girl is dating a 4 out of 10 white dude. And to be honest with you, it doesn't matter if he's mid or not. It's still 1000% racist because at the end of the day, you are just saying that she shouldn't be with him because he's mid and white. What the fuck, my brothers? What are you doing, bro? It's already bad enough that our stereotypes are shifting from us being smart to where we're just dumb as shit and we go on raves and we like EDM and we all play Valorant and get boba and backshots and shit and our ABGs and get permed up and stuff. But now we have to deal with a bunch of rice cells trying to dictate what Asian women are allowed to do with their fucking lives? we're cops! Like, I know a lot of people are gonna see this and be like, oh my god, the ladies are gonna love this ass post. Like, I get what you're coming from, man, but it's not even about, like, the woman being like, oh my god, he's so real. It's the principle behind it that it's literally inherently racist as fuck. Me personally, my mom is married to a white person. My stepdad, he's a great dude. He's a great dude, has nothing to do with his fucking race. He's a amazing person, and he has raised me, and he has taught me a lot of things, and, like, I feel like, it's fucked up to kind of discredit these people, like, in their relationships just because they're white. That makes no sense! Like, I don't know why, but, like, a lot of Asian dudes for some reason think that, like, if you're in this interracial relationship with an Asian woman and a white dude, you become whitewashed, and you're not, like, true to your heritage and your bloodline or some shit. Like, fam, I've been in this thing for, like, 7 years. He's my stepdad for that much time, and I haven't had seafood casserole one fucking time yet. We don't got seafood surprise every single Sunday. Like, I don't know what you guys are talking about, man. It's all chill. I still have Chinese food every single week. And also, like, one thing that I've noticed about the Asian community, just, like, as a kind of whole, is that, like, we're racist as fuck, but not towards other races. We're racist towards Asian people. Like, the way that Korean or Viet people talk about, like, Cambodians or some shit is really fucking bizarre. I remember one time in class, I was telling this one Vietnamese chick, and she refers to Filipinos as water Mexicans. What the fuck? Bro, we're a part of the same clan hood. Fuck is wrong with you? And then, like, the next thing she says is, like, she don't fuck with Cambodian people because they look like big-lipped gorillas. Like, what the heck? Like, what are you talking about, man? Like, whose side are you on? Like, that's kind of the question I was asking, man. And it's just so sad to see how divided so many Asian people are in the Asian community. And this shit is literally no better, man. Because, like, I'm just gonna say this. This is my opinion on the Oxford study. A lot of Asian men like to say that, like, oh, woe is me. Asian women don't like Asian men. But, like, that's not really the truth. Like, here's the thing. I actually think it's the opposite. I think Asian men don't like Asian women. They like ABGs. Because, like, if you actually looked out there and saw the people and interacted with Asian women, there are so many Asian women that want Asian men. Matter of fact, you know how many fucking Asian women there are out there, bro? There's too fucking many of them. You're trying to tell me that none of them want you? Your ugly musty ass? It's not because you're Asian, it's because you stink, bro. Deodorant. You know, growing up as a child, I used to watch a lot of Disney movies, but the one Disney movie I could never get behind was probably Tarzan. Because I felt like the movie Tarzan was the script that should have been flipped. Like, the hunters should have been the bad guys, they should have been the good guys, and Tarzan should have been the evil motherfucker. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, if I was the hunters in that situation, I'm killing Tarzan. Like, I'm not, like, think about it like this. Imagine you're Jane in this situation. You're a rich girl from England, and you're just exploring the jungle. And while you're, like, looking at, like, the animals and shit, you gotta see some 6'5" dude fucking swinging through the trees, just landing in front of you. He speaks gorilla, and he's probably dirty as shit. Like, let's be honest with you, man. This dude lives in the jungle. He has, like, smegma all over his dick, and his ass is crusted with shit, man. And you're really trying to tell me that this chick looked at that dirty-ass motherfucker and said, you know what? I'm fucking bro. What are you talking about? Like, you're really trying to tell me that this chick saw that motherfucker and was like, oh yeah, I need that guy. Fuck me! No, you don't. In no scenario do you think that ever happens. In every scenario, we're shooting that motherfucker. So, like, that's why I didn't like that they framed the hunters as, like, the bad guys. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm probably killing bro. Like, imagine being the hunters in this scenario. You see fuck-ass Jane come out through the jungle with some 6'5" dude crawling on his fucking knuckles. He probably has, like, 5 unknown STDs, and he's dirty as shit. You're like, ooh, does he have shit on his ass? Bam! I'm shooting him! And even in the case that Jane likes this creature, I still think it's fucked up. Like, that has to be some form of bestiality, fam. Because, like, basically, you're fucking a gorilla. Because, like, the only thing human about him is his dick and his body. Everything else gorilla, man. Like, you're having sex with this dude, and he's just, like, what the fuck? Like, fam, this dude's version of aftercare is searching for insects inside of your hair. You're a zoophile. And imagine being the father in this situation. It has to be worse than being told that your daughter is dating a SoundCloud rapper. Because, like, I don't think anything can top your daughter telling you, yeah, dad, I'm dating a dude from a jungle. He speaks gorilla, okay? He's exotic. What the fuck? I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm disowning you. I'm throwing you out of my house. I don't want nothing to do with you, man. A motherfucking dude who speaks gorilla. You're not a part of my household anymore. That's the shit, by the way. If they say that their boyfriend is exotic, that's code word for he's a fucking bum. Dad, you just don't understand. The music he makes is so exotic. He has 30 monthly listeners. You know, if you think about it, Tarzan probably the first motherfucker to have monkeypox. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean. I feel like Tarzan should be the villain in all scenarios of this movie. Like, he's probably the reason why our faces are gonna be looking like a bunch of melted Lego bricks, fam. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a Tarzan hater. And I get that, like, the movie's not supposed to be realistic at all. It just gets to a point where it's like, how unrealistic can we get? If there's one thing out there that I've never gone about having siblings, it's why are they so fucking mean? Just walking around with a permanent stick up their ass. Like, anytime you try to interact with them, they get straight to insulting you. Like, hey man, you need to fuck you. What? Fuck you too, man. Like, I'm not saying every single time we see each other in the house, you gotta hit a sparkles and spice and friendship, brother. Tally ho! Let's go explore adventures of the day. I'm not saying I gotta do any of that, but like, a good morning from time to time would be nice. But instead, what I get every morning is I gotta see this motherfucker stumble out of his room, looking like he just got frisked up by Dr. Disrespect, wearing nothing but boxers on, scratching his hairy ass nuts and shit, just drinking milk straight from the carton. Like, what the fuck? Then you try talking to this motherfucker, and all of a sudden he speaks primate, like, hey man, what's up? What the fuck does that mean? Then anytime you try to walk into their room, they turn into KKK members immediately. Like, fam, I just opened your door for 2.5 seconds. How did you just call me 30 slurs? So, like, to all those people that are like, well, me and my siblings have a great relationship. We go on walks in the park every other day. I challenge you to try to go walk in that motherfucker's room unannounced. See what happens. I guarantee you, them daily walks in the park, stopping after that shit. I just try walking in there. Hey man, what's going on? Get the fuck out of here! Oh my god. Like, why do you have to be so fucking mean all the time, man? Holy shit. Like, it gets to a point where it's just like, what are you hiding in that room so badly for me not to see? You got a meth kitchen in there or something? You cooking meth? Is that what you're cooking meth? Or like, what is it, man? You got an anthrax farm in there? I don't get it. But the shit that really pisses me off is when I see my brother with his friends and this dude is all jolly and happy and shit, but as soon as he interacts with me, this motherfucker is acting like I chopped his dick off. Like, fam, I've seen your dick before. Have these fuckers seen your dick? I didn't think so, fam. So why am I getting the short end of the stick? Like, fuck you so happy for, man. This motherfucker never smiles when I'm in front of him. But look, this is just my experiencing having older brothers. I've never had a sister, so I can't really, like, say what having a sister is like. I don't fucking know what they do. Maybe sisters, like, when they're together, they go, like, horseback riding or some shit. I don't fucking know. All I'm saying is that, like, having siblings is not as cool as people think it is. Basically, what having a brother is like is you just have a dude who lives with you that eats all your shit, talks non-stop crap about you, and always leaves pubic hair on the fucking toilet seat. It's not fun. It's not fucking fun, man. Guys, can I be honest with you real quick? Music is at an all-time low right now. It has never been lower in any moment than right now. Like, I was just listening to, like, the Cranberries, the Smiths, you know, some 2010s music, like Stay the Night by Zed, and then I gotta turn on TikTok, and the first song I gotta listen to is Pink Lemonade. Like, don't piss me off right now, man. Are you fucking serious? Like, guys, you gotta understand the difference between different types of TikTok music. One side of TikTok music are good songs that become ass because they get overplayed, and then the other side is just dog shit music. Like, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. Every single time I get on my For You page, I always gotta question what the fuck is violating my ears right now. I gotta see her. She got 10 toes. Stop. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That Not Like a Space Panda remix has to be some sort of crime against humanity, bro. Like, do y'all not understand how fucking depressing it is when you listen to Zombie by the Cranberries, and then you gotta get on Instagram, and the first thing you hear is Slut Me Out 3. Like, this has to be a joke. Like, we're literally in an era of music right now where it's just a competition of who can just say the most random bullshit on the mic. What they calling me Dookie? Look up a dictionary. Like, guys, this is why Potsu is my favorite artist, because it's just the beat, no lyrics, no bullshit. And also all those people that were telling me, Tommy Richmond's not a TikTok artist, bro. I saw this motherfucker perform his shit live. He sounded like me when I'm in the shower. I never ever said it. He turned this shit off. Motherfucker sounded like he was edging into the mic. I never ever said it. Oh! Like, I'm at a point now where it's like, what music is there even to look forward to at this point? We got this motherfucker Eminem threatening to release new music. We got Pink Lemonade hitting the charts. And it's just like, this has to be some form of telling us that the rapture is coming. Like, what will really do it for me to know if the end of the world is coming? If I ever see You Know Miles hit a Billboard Top 100. If that ever happens, I'll just kill myself. Yo! Put the money in the bag. Bitch, I just got a bag. It's the sound of a bag. So guys, I just learned what a pay pig is. To all you motherfuckers out there that are doing this shit, come forward and fucking explain yourselves. Like, bro, how fucking down bad do you have to be to do this, bro? For those of you who don't know what a pay pig is, it's motherfuckers that are just sending women money for no reason other than being hot. Not even requesting anything like, hey, give me a little fart through the microphone. No weird shit like that. Just, hey, I'm gonna give you money because I think you're attractive. What the fuck? If the people out there like, why are you so mad, Eli? Are you jealous? Fuck yeah, I'm jealous. What kind of bullshit is that? Like, look, my guy, I'm not gonna tell you how you should spend your money, champ, but those $100 fucking that you sent to some random chick who you don't fucking know could have been spent on your bills, on groceries, on gas, literally fucking anything else, man. Yeah, you spent it just to give it to some random chick who will never meet you in your entire fucking life. Like, were the OnlyFans subscriptions not doing it for you, motherfucker? What are we doing? Like, bro, being a woman right now must be so fucking lit, man. You get to just sit there, do nothing, and then some random dude online is gonna send you $100 fucking. What the fuck? Like, bro, how are you so lonely to the point where your ass just becomes the wallet? You're not even a man anymore. You're the fucking wallet. Like, bro, you're not even an incel. You're a pay pig. You're a fucking piggy bank, man. Oh my god. Do you not understand how fucking bad this makes us look? Like, we're cooked. We're absolutely cooked, man. There's nothing we can do anymore. These fuckers are gonna have 3 pay pigs on speed dial whenever they need them. They don't need us no more. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. To these fucking pay pig ass men out there, step forward. We're gonna execute you. You set us back like at least 300 years, man. I don't give a single fuck, man. You set us back to the Stone Age, fam. We'll never recover from this shit. We never ever will, man. Pay pigs? Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been blocking all these videos of pay pigs I've been seeing because, like, I just can't stand it, bro. I'm getting so fucking mad. I can't stand seeing another dude do this shit, man. Oh my god. Cause it's just like, what are you doing, man? Are we serious? Cutting my dick off, bro. That's it. I'm cutting that shit off. Where's my motherfucking pay pigs at, bitch? Okay, but on a serious note, what the fuck are y'all doing for real? Like, this behavior has to stop now, bro. Do you know how bad this makes all of us men look, man? Stop it! You ever come onto the internet and wonder, damn, why is everyone beefing all of a sudden? It's probably because Jubilee just posted a video. Like, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with that YouTube channel, but for some reason, these motherfuckers always gotta create a video that causes hate. Cause, like, some of them I'm just looking at and I'm just like, why in the fuck would you even make this, man? Like, who's asking for this shit? Light skins versus dark skins. What the fuck? Gay people versus homophobes. Why are you making this, fam? I can find this shit on an Instagram Reels comment section. Like, I'm telling you guys, these motherfuckers know what they're doing, man. They're just posting a bunch of rage bait bullshit and just framing it as a discussion. But, like, they're conversations that will never ever reach a middle ground ever. Islam versus Christianity. Prove which god is fake. What the heck? Like, did y'all just see that new video they just posted? One secret MAGA voter with 6 Democrats. They about to beat bro's ass so bad after that video, change is about to fly out his fucking pocket. Because, like, in what sense is this a good idea to you? It's like the same shit as you being one secret KKK member with 6 black people. They're about to beat his ass. And I get a lot of people are gonna be like, no, man, but these conversations need to be had. Do they not? Like, who the fuck was asking for black Christians versus black atheists? Why was the black part even added in? Like, is the next video gonna be Korean pastors versus Korean atheists? Find out on Middle Ground. What the fuck, man? Do you pray before you eat kimchi? What the fuck are they talking about? And look, this isn't to say that all, like, the videos they make are terrible. I do agree that some of them are necessary to have conversations about. But also at that same point, these fuckers are running out of ideas and are just making shit up to have conversations about that literally nobody asked for. Next video is gonna be some bullshit like pedophiles versus cops. Find out now on Middle Ground. Just lock them up. Fuck you mean find out? So yeah, I don't really see a point in making all these videos that try to find a middle ground, even though you know damn well that they will never ever find middle ground, and all it will do is cause more hate and division between more people. I don't fuck with that at all. Guys, getting recognized in public has to be one of the most uncomfortable and embarrassing things that I've ever been through in my entire life, because how do I come off not trying to sound like an egotistical asshole? Because, like, what am I supposed to say? Oh my god, are you the angry Asian? Yeah, that's me, right in the flesh. You want a picture? What the fuck? Like, I'm not gonna do that. The other issue is that a lot of these people are coming up to me and talking to me like we're fucking best friends. Like, bitch, who the fuck are you? Like, I still can't believe this happened to me, but on the second day of school, I was waiting for my classroom to open, and this one random ass dude I've never seen in my entire life walks up to me and is like, yo, Asian Jeff, I love your videos. And he tried to dab me up. Like, bro, get the fuck out of my face. Like, no hi, no hello, no how are you, just straight racism, and then bro tried to dab me up. Like, I don't think you know how this process works. Because, like, what did bro expect to happen? Hey, bro, yeah, it's me in the flesh, the cranky chink, what's up? Like, what the hell? And another time when I was walking to class, the crustiest dude I have ever met in my entire life just runs up on me and is like, you're that dude from TikTok, right, my guy? Please get the fuck away from me. Because, like, as soon as I took one whiff of bro, on God, I almost threw up, bro. This motherfucker smelled like monkeypox and fish. And then as I looked down, I noticed that bro was wearing mismatched socks on his feet, man. He had a black sock on his left foot and a white sock on his right foot, and they were both rolled all the way up to his ankles, fam. Like, at that point, man, take $10. You need it more than I do. Literally on the first day of school, guys, as I was walking to my first class of the day, this random ass dude stops me at the door and goes, are you the angry Asian? But what made it fucked up was that this dude must have been some sort of martial artist or some shit, because this dude palm struck me hard as hell in the chest as he asked the question. Like, this motherfucker literally just, fuck! You just 1-inch punched me, man. Get the fuck away from me. So, like, after this goddamn Shaolin monk knocked the Sonic coins out of me, I literally just told bro, yeah, man, that's me. And I walked fast as hell into the classroom, man. I wanted no smoke. Another thing that sucks about it is that motherfuckers treat you like a zoo animal, man. Like, the way they refer to you feels so inhumane, it's crazy. Like, I'll literally just be walking down the hallways, and then randomly in the background I'll see, yo, it's the TikTok guy. And I always end up ignoring them and acting like I didn't hear what they just said, because, like, what the fuck am I supposed to do to that? Yeah, that's me. The one and only. What the fuck? Another thing that I gotta deal with for some reason are these weirdo-ass clout chasers. Like, as I was walking to my car today, these 2 random-ass chicks that I've never met in my entire life are like, oh my god, he's TikTok famous. Eli, do you remember me? We went to the same middle school together. Who the fuck are you? And look, this is just a message to all the people at my school doing this corny ass shit. If I don't respond to you, that means I don't fuck with you. Guys, can I be completely honest with you? I don't like how mixed race people say slurs. Like, have you ever heard a mixed race person say a slur? That shit doesn't sound right, man. They don't say it like a POC, they say it like a KKK member. Like, I have this one homie, right, and he's 25% time. I don't like how that motherfucker calls me chink. Like, it's just way too aggressive. Like, this is how he says it, guys. You chink! Oh my god, that has to be fucking racist. What the fuck? Like, you're not Asian, bro. No Asian person says slurs like that, man. Can you imagine an Asian person coming up to somebody and being like, fuck up, red monkey? What the fuck? And by the way, for the people being like, oh, well, 25% Asian is still enough, he's okay, there are other factors to why I believe that this motherfucker is not Asian. First of all, he eats Triscuits. Name one motherfucking Asian person that eats Triscuits, fam. Also, this dude, like, hates Asians. I don't know what his deal with hating Asian people are, but he literally thinks Asian women are ugly as shit, and he hates all Asian food. This motherfucker is a traitor to our kind. And this whole situation kind of made me realize that a lot of mixed race people be saying slurs so much to the point where I don't even know what side they're on anymore. Like, I don't think you guys have experienced real racism yet until you have been racially abused by a mixed race person. Like, have you ever been called a slur off the racial slur database? That's real fucking racism. Some dude called me a zipperhead. What the fuck does that mean, bro? Like, at this point, bro, it doesn't even matter that you're half Korean. You just hate crime to me. Like, look, I'm not trying to say that you're not Asian, okay, buddy? But could you please stop calling me slurs like you're about to lynch me? Thanks! Like, the way that you're talking to me right now makes me believe that we're about to run it back with the internment camps part 2. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I just don't get where all this hatred is coming from, because, look, man, our eyes and our dick are the exact same size as each other. Shut the fuck up. Like, I get that you're half white, but don't fucking talk to me like that, you racist! Also, look at this cool-ass shirt that my mom just bought me, guys. Isn't this shit cool as hell, man? It's my profile picture on a shirt. There's just something about dudes that make us all stupid as fuck. Like, for some reason, men will do or say the stupidest shit just because they don't believe it. They all have this weird-ass, I gotta see it or do it to believe that it's real. So I'm gonna go rape a tiger. What? Like, where the fuck did this come from? I'm gonna go try and wrestle a bear. Why? Well, I saw a dude do it and he got his dick mowed off, and I think I can do a better job than bro. So let's go to the Rockies. Please sit the fuck fucked out. Like, there's a reason why women live longer than men. It's not because they're shorter or prettier or because they're women. It's because they're not dumb as shit like us. Like, I just saw a video of a dude who sliced his finger off on a mandolin because he didn't believe that he could slice his finger off on a mandolin. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm just asking, what did you expect to happen? My titanium bones would break the shit. What is wrong with you? Like, some of these dudes think they're Wolverine or some shit, man. You're a normal ass dude. Like, I don't know why it's so hard for us as men to admit that we're normal ass dudes. I remember I was in the car one time with my friends. This dude told me he could beat the shit out of a silverback gorilla. No, you're not. Like, in the universe that my homie beats up a silverback gorilla is the same universe that I have a giant dick. A straight up fantasy world, man. This is never going to happen. Like, the amount of confidence that a dude can obtain off of really simple things is also a good thing and a bad thing at the same exact time. Like, a dude will get a bleach buzz cut, and the next thing you know, they're trying fat-lace PB&J sandwiches. Like, why? I was feeling it. You're clearly feeling it now, man. I'll see you in the afterlife. Another thing I hate about dudes, too, is that they believe that they can do fucking anything after watching a 30-minute YouTube video. Like, randomly one day, one of your friends will just hit you up being like, I'm building ships now. What? Since when have you been building ships? 20 minutes ago. What the fuck? Like, I remember one time my homie who was dumb as shit, got no bitches and no money, hit me up at 1 a.m. talking about some bullshit like, dude, I've got it. Temu dropshipping. Are you serious? This dude was explaining it to me, acting like he just found the next big thing. No, you don't get it, dude. We get paper clips from Alibaba and sell it on Amazon for higher prices. Whoa, I've never heard of that, man. You're a genius. Long story short, this motherfucker lost $20. That's all I'm gonna say. So whether it's men thinking that they're fucking Superman or the Wolf of Wall Street, it does not matter. We will do the stupidest shit to either try to get rich or to prove that we're strong. I don't know why. So look, am I saying that men are stupid? Not exactly. But am I saying that men do stupid shit? 1000%. Like, we would just live way longer if we stopped doing crazy stupid shit for no reason. That's all I'm trying to say. I think one thing that a lot of people can agree on to dislike is the rise of the wannabe gangsters. You know, the people that try to act like they're all hard and hood and they're from the streets, when in reality, they went to a private school. They haven't been through any struggle. And it's especially harder for me because I come from an area where we have a lot of those people because we live in a really rich town and we get a lot of people that seem to think that they're from the hood. You know, people that are coming in, you know, wearing the typical baggy jeans and, you know, telling people they're gonna shoot people, fighting people. Like, hey man, get off my fucking block. Like, okay, Michael, you went to a preparatory school. That gun is licensed. We're not fucking scared of you. Now, I used to believe that it was only us. It was only Gen Z and millennials, like fringe millennials, that participated in the fake wannabe gangster. Like, we've been through some shit, and we're gonna tell everyone about it. We're gonna act like we're hard, we're built. Like, we were built out of stone and steel and forged through fire. I thought that was only us. Until I met Gen X. I don't know if anyone else has seen these Gen X Rise videos, but it's starting to get a little bit out of hand, guys. You guys don't know who what Generation X is because it sounds like a title of a new Power Rangers movie. You know that Gen X is actually one of the few generations that is behind millennials, but after the baby boomers. Basically what that means is they're old as fuck. They're unks. They're meemaws, peepaws. They witnessed 9/11 when they were 20 years old. Shit's crazy, right? I don't want to be the person that is trying to deny these people from saying that they've been through some shit, but I'm just gonna be honest with you. They have not been through some shit. Like, they are the original wannabe gangster. They were the ones that were wearing the bandanas and walking out with, you know, baggy jeans and pretending like they were gonna shank people when they weren't. Now, normally, I wouldn't even be making a video about old people because, I mean, they're old, right? Like, we just gotta let them do their old people shit, right? Like, one thing I love about old people on the internet is that they literally don't know how the fuck it works, yet they're still on it. Most old people, they're just fucking around with the phone not knowing how all the filters and effects work, and they're just posting some random shit like this. What the fuck? How you work this shit? And I love it. I absolutely love it because who doesn't just love seeing old people enjoy what the younger people are doing? I think it's cute and I think it's awesome. But the problem with Gen X is that they're old. They're way too old to know how technology works, but they think that they're young enough to realize how this social media bullshit works when they don't. Anyone that hasn't been on TikTok or Instagram, you haven't seen any of these videos. It's basically a bunch of these old heads that are trying to claim that Gen Z is soft and that Gen Z doesn't know shit and that we're a bunch of snowflakes. And it makes no sense. Like, why are they coming after us all of a sudden? It's like some random ass beef, like they just included themselves for no reason. And like, I have no issue with a generation that hates on another generation. I mean, that's gonna happen. I originally blew up by hating on Gen Alpha. I can't really be like, you shouldn't be making fun of us because we're younger, just let us be kids. I'm not gonna say that. But like, it's also at that same point, like, I get hating on like the next generation because they're like a couple years younger than you, right? When you are like 50, 60 years fucking old and you're getting on TikTok and Instagram hating on a bunch of 15, 16-year-olds, it's just like, all right, peepaw, you know, take your fucking medication. What are we doing here, man? And what I find so funny about this whole situation is that Gen X is like actually trying to like get in some sort of age war against us or some shit, and we just don't care. We're just making fun of them. Like they've decided to band together with this new filter thing called like Gen X Rise. It looks something like this. Like it looks something like it's like a black and red X on their face. I'll show it. I used it for the sake of this video, and it's the corniest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. They look like wannabe Native Americans, man. Like, what the fuck are you doing? They look so goofy. Guys, I genuinely think that these Gen X people think they're in a movie. They're always trying to say some shit that I've heard out of a movie. It's always like some shit like, ha, I've heard Gen Z is starting to attack Gen X. They've awoken the beast. Like, shut your dumbass up! And I don't know why this is a thing, but one of the biggest argumentative points for this whole beef between Gen X and Gen Z is Eminem. Like, for some reason, Gen X thinks that we hate Eminem and that we're trying to cancel Eminem. Nobody's trying to cancel that motherfucker. He just makes dog shit music. What are you gonna do? Gen Z me, bro? Like, turn this bullshit off. Like, no one ever in my life has ever told me, hey, bro, turn on that new Eminem. No one's ever told me that shit. We don't want to cancel, bro. He's like 67. We don't give a fuck anymore. He was good back when you guys were 37. You guys are like 79 now. Like, it's all right. And like, I'm not trying to start any beef with any of these Gen X people. Like, they're the age of my parents. I'm not gonna argue with people that are my parents' age. That's kind of fucking weird. I just want to make the point is like, who are y'all beefing with? Like, who are you really having issues with, man? I think you guys are the definition of like, old man yells at clouds. Gen Z's against us. We don't fucking care. Like, these motherfuckers deadass think they're like Power Rangers or some shit. Gen X, it's morphing time. Like, get your dumbass out of here. Like, what are they rising from? Back pain? Fuck out of here. Gen X rises from type 2 diabetes. Like, what the hell? And another thing that I hate about these Gen X motherfuckers is that they are like the original wannabe fucking gangsters. The streets killed me. Fuck, what? Like, I don't know if you've ever seen any of these videos. These motherfuckers are talking about some, back when we were kids, our parents didn't even know we existed. Okay, nice trauma dump, bitch. That's not my problem, fuck.
We weren't allowed in the house. I don't know why that's so hard for people to understand. Our childhood was like one never-ending episode of that TV show Survivor, okay? We are indestructible. We've never sat in car seats. Nobody's ever given us swimming lessons. We've all been either shot with a BB gun or stabbed with a fucking jart. The television stations had to make a commercial reminding our parents that they had kids. I shit you not. Every night on the 10 p.m. news, a voice would come on and say, it's 10 p.m., do you know where your children are? To remind our parents that they had fucking kids.
We had to struggle through the times. We didn't even have a bike. What? Like, the way that they try to justify that they're built different is that they just didn't have the technology. Like, okay, man, congratulations, you were born when technology didn't exist. You want a fucking cookie? Like, they say some bullshit like, I had to ride public transport instead of driving in my nice car. Oh, like, okay, bitch, like, so do we. We have buses, too. Some weird shit like that. Like, they are dead-ass the definition of, like how my parents got to school, but like wannabe gangster version. Like, instead of my mom telling me that the way she got to school was she had to fucking snake charm 15 cobras and fight off 3 alligators and shit, it's just the wannabe gangster version. Like, oh, back in my day, you know, just to eat, just to drink coffee, I had to scavenge the lands and find coffee beans by themselves, and I had to fight 3 wild boars to achieve that. I'm like, oh, like, what the fuck, man? You did not do this shit. And even so, who fucking cares, man? That doesn't make you built different, forced through fire. And I love how they deadass talk like retired athletes when they're asked if, like, LeBron could survive the 90s eras or some shit. Like, they'll be like, wait, you think that a Gen Z kid could survive in the Gen X days? Hell no, they wouldn't even last 3 days. Yeah, oh my god, bro, the streets would eat him alive. No, they wouldn't. Fuck, like, what the fuck? What would they eat me with? AIDS? Like, come on, man. Like, what? Like, come on! I just realized that my first day of school, I'm a junior in high school now. Fam, 3 months ago, I was a freshman. I don't care what y'all fucking say. Like, damn, man. Damn! Like, bro, my back hurts after school, man. Am I rocking chair age? Like, I never really believed all these old-ass motherfuckers who are like, time just flies so easy. It really has, though. Like, life is seriously going way too fucking fast for my comfort, man. I'm not used to this shit. Like, earlier today, I was in a class with a couple freshmen and sophomores, and I was, like, telling them who the good and bad teachers are, and then midway through, I realized, hold up, I'm not fucking Mr. Miyagi, man. Get the fuck away from me. Like, why am I acting like I'm teaching these... So to be completely transparent and honest with you all right now, I was going to tell this story in the ad that I was going to make, but I don't think that was going to pass corporate, if you know what I mean. But I want to tell the story anyway. So yeah, here's a story about how I got catfished and led on for 2 months by a femboy back in December. And look, guys, to be honest with you, I really wish I was faking this story. I wish the story I was telling to you guys all right now was a lie. But unfortunately, it wasn't. So yeah, that's here it is. But to be honest with you, I feel like it was for the better. It made me a stronger, better person. It's kind of like when you're in elementary school and you get caught by the first eye cup experience where they make you spell that shit out. You know, that was kind of like that moment. It just made me a stronger, better man. For real. Still fucking regret it though. Yeah, the story starts out in like mid-early December, and I just got randomly DM'd by this person. Not gonna say their name, but currently they have like 100,000 followers right now. I'll like show it up here in a second. But basically, what happened was they reached out to me, and we were just talking. I reached out to them. We were just talking, have a nice, cordial conversation. And here's the first sign that I should have known that this motherfucker is a dude, and I'm getting catfished right now because the girl's name was fucking Bonnie. First of all, I don't know how I didn't know that was a fucking dude with a penis that I was not talking to. Because who in the fuck names their daughter Bonnie? Are we living in the 1930s or some shit? No girl in this world right now is named Bonnie currently. And then also on top of that, when we exchange Snapchat numbers with each other, tell me why this motherfucker's name was Clown Femboy Lover 32705 or some shit. I don't know how in the fuck I did not know that the dude I was talking to was a fucking man. But I don't know, man. I must have been in the Helmet User Club or some completely disregarded that for no reason. So yeah, while I was getting catfished by this fucking femboy dick sword user, I was just chilling. You know, we exchanged the Snapchats, got the Instas for each other, and it was all cool. Here's how I found out that this motherfucker had a straight up penis underneath that shit. It's because when we followed each other on Instagram, okay, I saw the mutuals that she was following, and before we followed each other on Instagram, she showed me a picture of what she looked like. And then it turns out that the picture that was supposedly Bonnie was just a random thought, a random bitch that this dude followed on Instagram. When I tell you, when I saw that, knees gave out. I fell to the fucking ground, and then I probably let out a blood-curdling Ichigo stream. Shit was horrifying for real. And for all the people that are saying, oh, Eli, wait, how'd you not know on the FaceTime calls? First of all, you don't need to know that, you fucking pervert. And second of all, they were using a voice changer, okay? So I don't want to fucking hear it. So yeah, if there's a lesson to learn from this, never online date, never link up with anybody that you don't know IRL, because it doesn't fucking matter how bad that bitch is, there is always a very, very small, slight chance that the motherfucker you're talking to is actually a dick bender who's a 57-year-old crusty, musty-ass dude named Bruce. And you guys might be saying, Eli, why are you hating on this chick so much? All she's trying to do is maximize profits and make as much money as she can off of this. And I would have no issue with that. The problem is that she always seems to contradict her statements off of, like, what she says. Like, she constantly says, like, oh, I don't want to be just known as the hot Tua girl. I want to be known as Haley Welch.
I really want that to be like my image. Yeah. Like, hot Tua girl. I don't see that being like a thing.
But in so many clips that you'll see, she seems to don the fucking hot Tua girl spit on that dick mask like a superhero, bro. Like, watch this clip I'm about to show you. So this is her at, like, a Zach Bryan, just typical country concert, you know. She's on stage for whatever fucking reason, and then she hits the fence line. Look at it. Boom! Yeah! Hot Tua! Spit on that mic, man. Spit on that thing, for real. Get the fuck off the stage. So let me get this straight. You don't want to be known as the hot Tua girl because, you know, kind of weird, which I agree with. Yeah, you're on stage at a Zach Bryan concert, screaming hot Tua in the goddamn mic, like you're about to activate your ultimate ability or some shit, and start spitting on every man in the concert's penis. Like, what are you talking about, man? Honestly, rev up those fucking fryers, bro. Your ass is about to be a fast food Avenger in the next 4 to 5 years, man. You're gonna be scrubbing the floors at a Wendy's real soon, bro. Real shit. Like, you honestly should have stayed at that goddamn spring factory that you were working at before you decided to quit your job and try to move to LA to become some sort of influencer in Los Angeles when you know for a goddamn fact that you will never ever be one of those types of people. In reality, what you'll be doing in a couple of years is mopping the floors at a goddamn Chuck E. Cheese. You know, guys, maybe I've been a little bit unfair to the hot Tua girl. Spit on that thing. You know, so let's watch the fucking trailer to the Hot Tua Girls podcast, Top Tua. Why are we keeping this one, bro? 15 minutes are up.
Your joke was funny for 2 days. Stop. Y'all really thought I was done? I'm just getting started, baby. This one's
Yeah.
This one moving bit makes a girl go crazy.
Hey, man. That's Hot Tua for you guys. Riveting content. I cannot wait to watch this shit, guys. Aren't you excited too? Fuck no, you aren't. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. Who the fuck is gonna watch this shit? Nobody, man. Like, who in the fuck is ever gonna say, hey, bro, Haley Welch talked to a new podcast episode just dropped. Let's go listen to it. Nobody's ever gonna say that shit a day in their motherfucking lives, man. Look, you see how, like, on the title it says, coming soon. Who the fuck is coming, man? Who? No one's coming to watch that shit on my whole life.
I'm Haley Welch. A little while down the line, they look hard and it changed forever. And along the way, I realized everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Well, now,
Yeah, you say that though, like, you know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but like, you also gotta like, take into account, not everyone's opinion really matters though, if you think about it. Like, who the fuck is asking for the hot Tua girl's opinion on like, politics or some shit, or like even the simple shit, like who the fuck is doing it to the hot Tua girl podcast and wondering what Haley Welch thinks of the new, like, Star Wars movie or some shit. Nobody gives a fuck. Like, who the fuck is gonna be tuning into the Top Tua podcast and wondering if the hot Tua girl likes fucking ketchup on her fries? Like, I don't think a single person cares about that, you know what I mean?
check out my podcast every week. Talk to them. I'll sit down with the coolest guests and have an actual conversation with them.
About what? Conversations about what? Hold up. Fuck you mean you having actual real conversations with them? Fuck are you gonna talk to these motherfuckers about, bro? Real shit. Oh my god, there's no fucking way. Real shit. There's no fucking way, man. You're telling me there's gonna be a single goddamn person out there being, you know who the best goddamn podcaster in the world is right now? Haley Welch. Fuck no. What do you think real conversations look like on the Talk Tua podcast, man? So like, you be hot Tua on that shit too? Like, what the fuck? I'm telling you right now, she's gotta have some actor like Jenna Ortega on her podcast. She's gonna be on some bullshit like Jenna. So like, when you're practicing and trying to memorize your lines, do you hot Tua on the dialogue? Like, what the fuck? That's the moment right there that the whole show is getting taken down on my whole life, bro. Because you cannot tell me that Haley Welch can actually have real conversations with people, bro. Also, something that you guys gotta think about is what in the fuck are the guests on the podcast going to talk to the hot Tua girl about, man? What are they gonna talk to her about other than the moment that she became a fucking meme? Like, you like fruit and shit? Like, on God, I'm not watching that. Who's Pookie? Who's Pookie? You may stop that too. Bro, what the fuck, man? Oh my God, bro. Subscribe to that thing, though. Hey, subscribe to that thing, though, guys, because, you know, the hot tour girl don't want to be known as the hot tour girl, but what she does want you to do is spin on that thing being the like, subscribe button. Like, that's what I mean, man. Get this motherfucker out of here. Real shit. Like, she cannot be serious, bro. Like, that's what I'm trying to say, man. Like, I cannot believe that this is even happening, man. I cannot believe this shit. They honestly need to make podcast equipment 55 times more fucking expensive, man. Because at this point, everybody's making a podcast, and not everybody should have a podcast. Like, I'm gonna say it again, guys, OnlyFans are bust. Like, real shit, man. Like, just abandon this whole project and just make it OnlyFans, man. Like, you gotta maximize profits at this point, dude. Your shit is going on a downward spiral after this. After your first episode drops and about a whole whopping 4 motherfuckers tune in to watch that shit, just immediately open up OnlyFans, post some bikini pics. I don't fucking know, guys. Like, I can't do this shit anymore. Like, honestly, bro. Dana, what's the best place you've eaten at? The best place that I've probably eaten at by far has to be John Jones' place. I mean, guys, when you think about John Jones,
not even a fucking restaurant, man.
I mean, what has he done that we can discredit him for? He's the greatest fighter in the sports history. There's nothing we can take away from him. He is the #1 pound for pound best fighter in the world.
What does John Jones have to do with this question?
John Jones' house. Dana, what would you say is the greatest moment to ever happen in your life? I mean, there's so many moments in my life, but if I had to choose one, I would probably say John Jones.
What the fuck is wrong with this
I
guy?
mean, guys,
What
understand,
kids?
greatest
What
fighter of
about
all
what?
time.
What
We
the
put
hell?
John Jones in a room with anybody in history, he's walking out of
Are
that
you
room
married to
alive
bro
in
or
his
something?
prime, guys. My kids? Fuck my kids!
nah.
I'm sorry, but are my kids the greatest fighter to ever exist in MMA history? I didn't think so. My kid's birth don't even come close to witnessing John Jones' greatness in the
crazy.
cage. Another thing too, fuck Tom Aspinall, man. That bitch doesn't deserve anything,
John
man.
Jones
He's
fighting
still climbing up the
Stipe
ring.
Miocic, who
He needs to
hasn't
sit his
fought
ass
in 4
down
years?
and defend the interim title 5 more
But Tom
times.
Aspinall has
before he can even
defended
get
the
a
belt
chance
more
to
times
fight
than John
Jones.
has. Dana, if you could have sex with anyone in the world, who would it be?
There's so many people. But I'm gonna have to say John Jones.
What the
I mean,
fuck
guys,
are you
he's the
talking
greatest
about
athlete
now, man?
of
Now
all
we're
time.
done with this shit.
Nah,
Get
get
this
this
motherfucker out.
Man, Noah Lyles has got to be one of the funniest dudes I've ever seen on the face of the planet, because he's like one of the biggest haters for no reason. Nick Fury ass instigator, man. This dude really single-handedly assembled the Avengers. And then recently, this dude has to come out with a diss towards Anthony Edwards. Who the fuck was asking, bro, about Anthony Edwards, man? Like, this is how you know that Noah Lyles is dead-ass just a D1 level instigator and hater, man. He just says shit to rile up these people to do good things. Like, I'm telling you right now, this boy Ant-Man's about to win a chip and the MVP just because of this motherfucker. I'm telling you right now. Because I'm telling you right now, I highly doubt that there was any reporter coming up to this dude asking, hey, bro, what do you think about Anthony Edwards? Matter of fact, I think this dude was the one who asked himself this fucking question just so we can instigate this dude. Because in no universe should an Olympic track athlete have anything to do with the NBA, man. What the fuck does he know about that shit? Like, when you actually think about it, Noah Lyles always has basketball's dick in his throat for no reason. Like, I remember seeing a clip of him saying that there will never be a next Noah Lyles, but there will be a next Michael Jordan. Why the fuck would you say that? Like, I'm telling you, he knows what he's doing, man. And look, we can't hate on bro. He's an Olympic gold medalist, okay? And we're not. Noah Lyles, I desperately need you to shit talk Chelsea FC, man, so we can win the league. Bro, we are in desperate need of some motivation right now. And look, I understand that Noah Lyles is a very unlikable person. Me, personally, I love that man. Because he's like the biggest troll I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, this dude gets third at the 200-meter dash, pretends that he has COVID to cover up his dog shit performance, and then a couple days later, he's back to shit talking NBA players. Like, how could you not respect that, man? He's a certified hater. Like, Noah Lyles is hated so much that Tyreek Hill all of a sudden just said that he could beat bro in a race. Like, who the fuck invited bro? Like, nobody invited bro to the conversation. He just added himself in because he hates this motherfucker Noah Lyles that much. Next thing we know, we're about to have Kylian Mbappe challenge Noah Lyles to a jump rope competition. So look, guys, I was gonna end the video there, but turns out this motherfucker Noah Lyles wants to do even more stupid shit. This dude claims he has COVID. A couple days later, he's at the club party. Like, this guy, like, unless this dude was given a Max Revive potion, this motherfucker lied. COVID mask and everything. Brother was mask fishing in big 2024. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to all the people that I've affected. This was a continuous, serious lapse of my judgment. I didn't mean to touch that little kid. I thought he was 18. Even though he was 12, I swear to God, guys, he looked mature for his age. Please love me again! I swear, I'm a changed man! With the abundance of all these content creators and YouTubes getting exposed for all these fucked up things, mostly pedophilia, it's almost like it's a daily horoscope. Like, it's a new episode and it's just the season of 2024. Fuck the season, fuck the year of the dragon. This ain't no Zodiac. It's the year of the EDP 445. And with all these motherfuckers getting exposed for the most heinous shit possible, you know what we're gonna get. And it's the classic bullshit YouTube apologies. I'm so sick of that shit. Like, I don't know what is with all these influencers and YouTubes. They do not know how to fucking apologize to people. I swear it's not hard, but they make it hard. Cause like, why do they have to be so extra about that shit? Toxic gossip train! A serious, continuous lapse of my judgment. Shut your ugly ass up! I'm sorry, guys. Anime here. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sexually assault him. Or some stupid shit like that. I don't know. I'm gonna lie to you. That Anime apology still fucking appalls me. Like, a lot of people say that the calling boundary ukulele one was bad. The Anime one is probably the worst fucking YouTube apology I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, they always have to do some outlandish extra shit for no reason. They can never just sit down, admit that they fucked up, and that they're gonna learn from it. They always have to make some excuse, gotta cry on camera, blame it on their white grandparents because they were a little bit too racist back in the day, might have thrown a couple tomatoes at some black people in the 60s. I don't fucking know. Like, they always have to do some weird shit instead of just being normal and accepting it like a grown-ass adult. I don't know if you know the newest one, but Brooke Schofield just got exposed for being like a racist homophobe back when she was like 22 or some shit, and her apology was so dog shit, man. Oh my god. Classic. It's like a formula. It's an equation to these motherfuckers. 1, never took accountability. Just blamed it all on her grandparents for being a little bit too progressive. 2, started crying. Fake crocodile tears. And 3, made herself out to be the victim. Like, she was the one that was actually the victim of this. Like, I'm so hurt. Like, I'm so damaged. I'm so broken. Bitch, this isn't about you!
My parents were addicts, so I was adopted by my grandparents when I was like 10, and I grew up with them from that point on. And as is true for a lot of grandparents, they're a little bit less progressive than a lot of us are now. And my grandma has dementia, so it was really just like me and my grandpa. And he is a very, very right-wing conservative man, okay? It was like my household was literally just Fox News all the time. Rush Limbaugh, like if you guys know who that is, like playing literally all day long through the house, and that was just like the only thing ever that I had been exposed to. That just wasn't the case for me. Whatever I heard, I passed on. I'm sorry, very, very sorry to anybody who is hurt by the tweets, because obviously they are very hurtful. Like, a lot of it is just like what, like, why would I even say that? And I apologize for not having said something sooner. I just felt like I was getting these messages from people who, like, were hurt by them, and I felt like by bringing more attention to it, I was just going to be hurting more people.
And this is what I hate about all these content creators and influencers, is that they think we're fucking idiots. Like, it's really, really, really easy to know if you had a PR team write that fucking script for your apology video, man. It's so easy. Like, since when did James Charles know what audacious and fickle means? He doesn't know that shit. And when they act all serious, that's how you know they're reading off the script. I'm really, really sorry to all the people that I've affected because of my actions, and I'm going to learn from this continuous error, and it shocks me to my core that I would even think of doing so stupendously, what the fuck is it? Idiotic. Guys, why the fuck do I have to apologize to these motherfuckers? Like, at that point, just don't even fucking apologize, man, come on. And like, with all these YouTubers apologizing for a bunch of different shit, at what point do we just stop actually accepting them? Like, honestly, because majority of the time, they are so dog shit, man. Like, I'm at a point now where I would probably forgive you more if you just didn't make an apology video at all. Because these apology videos are so disingenuous and not actually real. Like, you don't actually feel sorry. You're sorry that you got caught. Like, I swear it's really not that hard to apologize for something that you did that was fucked up. I'm gonna give you guys a step-by-step tutorial. Watch this shit. Like, I'm gonna play the scene right now for you guys. Let's say I'm a big YouTuber and I was on my Dr. Disrespect shit. Ava Tyson shit. I just diddled a fucking kid's nuts. Let's just say that. This is what the apology would be like. Yeah, I did that shit. No excuse for that. I'm a pedophile. I'm gonna receive the help. I'm gonna turn myself in to the authorities, and I will not be coming back to the internet for a very long time, or probably indefinitely. Thank you guys for watching my content. Is that so fucking hard for y'all? I swear that's not hard, right? Like, first of all, it's not hard to touch a motherfucker's nuts. Like, it's really not hard to fiend for, like, a 17-year-old's, like, badus. You know what I mean? It's not hard. But if you're going to make an apology video, make it quick, simple, don't make excuses, own up to it, accept it, get yourself off the fucking internet. Guys, I'm in a genuine dilemma right now. School starts in 2 days for me, and my sleep schedule is absolutely cooked. Like, fam, I'm waking up at a time where the last period ends, man. How the hell are you supposed to make me wake up at 5:30, bro? Who the fuck do you think I am? And guys, I've really been trying to get my sleep schedule in check. I've been popping melatonin gummies like they were fruit snacks, man, and they haven't done shit. And guys, when I mean that I've tried literally every single tactic I could, I mean that shit. I set 4 alarms, I slept through every single one. I was so desperate, I asked my stepdad, hey, when you're getting ready for work, wake me up too. This dude really told me that my stupid ass woke up, shook his head, and then fell back asleep. Who the fuck does that? And the crazy thing about it too is that I don't even remember any of these things happening, and all I remember is waking up at 2 p.m. with one sock on my right foot. Like, what the hell just happened? And what makes this shit even worse is that I had to open up Snapchat and Instagram, and I gotta see these troglodytes at my school talking about some bullshit. Like, guys, I'm actually excited to start school again, and who's in my class? Shut the fuck up talking about I miss school so much. How are you already pre-glazing the teachers? You haven't even met them yet, man. Can't wait to get back into academia and pursue my academic prowess. Like, goddamn, bro. Zip it up when you're done. Like, guys, I'm low-key realizing now that I haven't improved a single bit through this summer. My fits didn't get tougher. I didn't get a glow no way I'm gonna make it on school on time, bro. I genuinely think there's something wrong with me, man, because I'm going to bed when school starts and waking up when school ends, man. Like, this has to be some sort of joke. It's like my body is telling me, fuck you, man, figure it out. Like, goddamn, man, I thought we were a team. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna have to try and figure it out. So, yeah. Look, maybe I'm some lonely, single little shit sack just floating through the universe waiting for my dingleberry to get touched by a woman, but I don't care. I genuinely don't believe that these content creator couples on TikTok are real. Like, I'm sorry, there's nothing out there that can make you convince me that they are like this when the cameras are off. I'm sorry. Like, just the other day, I came across this British couple where the dude, for some reason, acts like he has the IQ of 35. Like, this dude acts like he's some Neanderthal who doesn't know right or left, and he has 2 non-dominant hands. Like, anytime I see a video of them, this dude acts like he's off 3 Percocets and a tube of Galaxy gas. I cannot stand it. Like, I'm seeing this dude talk like he doesn't know half the English language, like a goddamn cave troll on his Kennedy Carter shit. Me no say that! Me angry! Like, yeah, alright, bro, there's no way you talk like this IRL. And I know for a fact he doesn't act like this. He had an alternate account where he was posting UK freestyles on them hoes, talking about some, I shank dastardly youths on busy days. Like, what is he talking about? Like, where'd all this eloquent language come from, man? In them other videos, he's talking about, me no, nobody knows what's going on right now. What? And also, for some reason, one thing that a lot of these content creator couples like to do on this platform are pranks, and I have no idea why, because they're so obviously fake. And they don't even try to make it believable at all. Like, they'll be making a video where the wife is like, eating all my husband's favorite food without telling him prank, and they'll have like 3 giant ass tripods in the frame, just filming in 3 different angles, and then this dumbass husband has to walk in with his porno ass acting skills talking about some, babe, what the freak? Get a load of this guy. Like, at that point, you might as well have the boom mic hanging over the set, man. Like, you fucked it. And there's this other couple out there, I don't remember their name, but they genuinely piss me off because, like, their whole dynamic is the wife acting like she's 6 years old. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't remember what they look like, but I only remember the girl's smile because she always smiles like this. Like, I don't know if I remember this correctly, but I remember seeing a video where they went furniture shopping, and this grown-ass woman got in front of a couch and was like, no, babe, I want this one! Bro, what the fuck? Like, I'm not trying to say anything. That's a grown-ass woman with kids, and you're telling me she acts like that when the cameras are off. Bullshit! Like, you're telling me she does this anytime that they're out? That would be hell. Like, just at the doctor's office. Doctor, I want my vaccine now! Doctor's in there. Get this bitch out of my office. And look, I'm not trying to say that you shouldn't be happy and excited when you're doing things with your partner. But I also think that there's a line between happy and excited to, like, weird. Like, I think you're crossing the line when your version of happy and excited is acting like a 5-year-old who just got told to go put the Fun Dip sticks back on the shelf. Like, I don't think saying that is that crazy, you know what I mean? I highly doubt that a lot of women, when they get with their man, they just start acting like they want to go play in the ball pit at Chuck E. Cheese. Like, I don't think. But look, man, what do I know? I'm not in a relationship right now, so I can't really tell people that are in relationships what their relationship dynamic should be. So, I mean, I could probably know fucking nothing. And as a single person myself, right, I am fully convinced in my head that single people don't watch this shit. Because, like, unless this person is a cuck, we don't want to see people doing things and having things that we desperately want. Like, the last thing a single person wants to see while they're on their For You page bed rotting with no hoes, no money, no aura, and stinky as shit is a happy couple on the internet talking about some, we have 4 happy loving kids and we go on a date every single other day. Like, man, fuck you. And, like, a lot of people out there would say, oh, man, Eli, you're so jealous of the relationship and you're so bitter. Fuck yeah, I'm jealous and bitter. What else do you want me to be jealous about them, man? I don't like how they've been hand-holding recently, the fuck? And again, what I'm about to say might sound extreme. Getting called single genuinely hurts me more than getting called a chink. Getting called a racial slur, man, that's weak sauce, man. Get this shit out of my face. But getting called something objectively true by these couples, that shit actually stings, man. Like, they put a poison dart in there and just... Oh, fuck! Like, it just hits right in the soul, man. Because there's nothing I can do about it. Like, I just gotta accept it like a good boy, man. I fucking hate thinking about it, dude. You know, one thing that a lot of my critics say about me that I just don't get at all is that they always get on me for being too mean and too negative. And I'm just sitting there confused, like, since when did the internet become a place of peace and prosperity? Like, I say one negative thing on the internet, and then all of a sudden, everyone in the comment section turns into Mother Teresa. Talking about some bullshit like, don't spread negativity. Spread peace. What the fuck? Like, stop acting like you're about to bless a poor farmer with a bountiful harvest, man. You are not like that. Like, the way that some of these dudes in my comment section talk, you'd think that they're building schools for kids in Morocco, when they're not, man. Commenting some stupid shit like, why is he so negative? Dude, shut the hell up, because, like, I know for a fact you are not a good person, man. These same people commenting this stuff in my videos are the same ones commenting racist shit in those Indian street food videos, man. And, like, I don't want to be that guy, but the internet has always been a place where you're supposed to hate on things. And don't blame it on me, man. The social media companies designed their platform to be this way. Like, when you think about it, guys, what reason is there to have a dislike button on social media? There really isn't. The only reason it exists is so you can directly tell somebody that you fucking hate them. Because if you don't like what somebody said, you just don't have to like the comment or video. They purposely put a dislike button so you can directly tell these fuckers how much you hate that. So when I see all these dudes commenting sappy shit on my videos like, why is he so mean on the internet? Their For You page must still be on manual settings, fam. They haven't manually crafted their shit yet. They're still on dog videos and DIY soap making. Like, fam, if you're thinking like this, you clearly have not seen what the internet is really like, man. Fuck out of my face. Like, I don't want to be that guy, but fam, everybody does this shit, not just me. If it's so hard for you, press press block and not interested. That's not hard, is it? And fam, why are you acting like I'm trying to start revolutions or some shit, man? Like I made a video about face and these motherfuckers thought I was trying to dox their house. I'm telling you, man, it's really not that deep. Like internet beefs are not that deep. Whatever I say isn't that deep. Like I don't understand how you're taking a dude named The Angry Asian seriously. Why do you care so much? So basically, case in point, the internet is a place where people are depressed, angry, and sad all the fucking time, and it's not a place for people to be happy and positive and shit. I don't know where you got this from, but stop commenting this shit on my videos. Guys, I just watched the Olympic breakdancing event. What the fuck was that? Like, were all the participants third grade music teachers? What were these whack-ass dance moves they were doing, man? Specifically, Australia. What the hell was I watching? Like, I basically just had to watch this chick juice world all over the stage, man. Just having a straight seizure on that hook. Like, this is no hate to this chick, but you cannot tell me that she's a professional breakdancer, man. Because the way that she was clit rubbing all over that dance floor, I thought she was about to have sex with it. Like, you're really trying to tell me that that chick was the best women's breakdancer in all of Australia? Hell no, man. She's some random chick who won a raffle. And this isn't to discredit a sport at all because, you know, I mean, a lot of sports are sports, you know. That's not a fucking sport. Like, I don't want to be a hater, but usually when you watch an athlete do a sport, it should inspire you to appreciate the sport more. When I was watching that chick, it made me hate the sport of breakdancing even more. Because I'm just watching this chick and I'm just cringing hard as hell, just saying, girl, please stand up, man. Holy hell. Because like the way that she was glued to that dance floor, she looked like Caillou throwing a tantrum. Mommy, no! Ass dance moves, man. Like I deadass just saw this girl do a bunch of kangaroo hops on the dance floor and you want to tell me that she's an athlete? Fuck no! Like fam, give any homeless person in the world $3 and a McChicken from McDonald's and they're outperforming her by 7 times. And the beats were, oh my god, bro, they were so ass. Like what was with those 1970s ass beats, man? No one's trying to hear that. Like in my opinion, it's not impressive for somebody to breakdance to these slow beats. I'm trying to see these fuckers breakdance the Sydney Sweeney instrumental. Like that's a real challenge, in my opinion. Like nobody here is trying to see these people breakdance to these sugar and spice and everything's nice. Saw me a girl and grabbed me a wife. Ass beats, man. Old school rap ass beats, man. They were terrible. And I just gotta add, how was it that America was the place where the sport of breakdancing was created and we didn't even win gold in that? The one time that your sport is getting recognition on the big world stage and we can't even win? You should be ashamed of yourself, man. It's like having football in the Olympics and we lose to Egypt. The fuck you mean? Like how do we even not get second? We got third, man. Y'all got beat out by a Korean dude and a fucking Canadian, man. Are you serious? Yo, these dudes teasing me, fam. Fuck out of here. Y'all should be embarrassed of yourself, man. We couldn't get one Jabberwocky in here. Basically, case in point, I don't ever want to see this sport ever. After learning about some of the insane things that drugs can do to somebody, like salvia, like I recently read a post that somebody who took salvia thought he was a ceiling fan for 15 years. And when I read that, it just made me wonder, what do you think the first person who took salvia felt like? Like, you're just some random tribesman just foraging around in the rainforest and he just found this and he ingested it and then he just thought he was a couch for like 25 years. Like, he just had his little tiki hut and he's just like, couch, leather. Like, how do you explain what just happened to you after you go back to the village chief? You're probably gonna get executed for witchcraft. Hey, boss man, I just ate this plant, right? and I thought it was a coconut tree. What the fuck are you talking about? And like this kind of just made me realize that there are drugs and then there are drugs. Like, you know what? Like what differentiates like weed and crack to like things like salvia is the names that they give these drugs. Like weed, for example, is not really a serious drug that can really mess up your brain because they always name it something stupid like perp mind screw or something like that. When you try to get a drug like salvia, it's gonna have some name like salvia prescription 3705290. Like it's not even a drug, it's a prescription. Like your plug for weed is some random dude who works at Wendy's. Your plug for salvia is like a blacklisted scientist. Like this dude has a secret base located in the Amazon rainforest and he has to supply these drugs by airdropping it in the deserts of Mexico. Like this is just completely different things that we are messing with. The life of a drug addict must be so interesting because a lot of people that become drug addicts usually quit when they take a drug that is way too strong. And it always starts out the same, like it's like, hey guys, what's up? My name's Simon. I was a huge weed addict for 12 years until one day I decided it wasn't enough and then my dealers prescribed to me Lupertane 12. And then I took it and it made me believe I was a conjoined centaur twin for 15 years. Like what are you talking? And ever since then I've been off drugs. Like no shit, man. Like I constantly see videos of people receiving spiritual awakenings when they take shrooms. I want to know what type of spiritual awakenings people that take salvia have. Like it has to be a completely different level of spirituality. Like they look at their light switches and they probably think, you know what? That might be me right now. Like they're just going around their house naming every single inanimate object. Like that's Sam, that's Smith, that's Emily, my kitchen stove. That's Sean. What is he talking about? Just going to his car outside. I know it's you in there, Hudson. Neighbors are calling the cops on him. This motherfucker's crazy. Then he gets sent to the mental ward. But like that's what I mean. A lot of the crazy bitches in the mental ward are probably just people who took salvia. Because they're on a level of spirituality that they're mentally fucking insane. Like they're just in the mental hospital just with a straight jacket on screaming, my dick has a soul! Like crazy shit like that. So like don't do drugs. Unless you want to believe that your pubes have feelings. I don't know. Something I hate about the internet is that there's always going to be somebody that's going to come up with some stupid shit. Like just the other day, I came across this video where they're like, imagine that you killed a spider just because it existed. Like, I'm sorry, but since when did we start having bug sympathizers on the internet, man? Like, why are they acting like bugs are refugees or some shit? There's too fucking many of them. Like, there are literally trillions of bugs crawling over the earth right now as we speak. Yet there's still gonna be people on the internet telling me that I'm a bad person because I killed a spider. Like, you have a job? Like, call me the Galactus of the bug world. I don't care. If I ever see any bug in my vicinity, I'm decimating it. Like, the way that some of these people talk about the cockroach that just got Chinese water tortured, you think that bro had 2 kids and a wife waiting for him back at his house. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't want to sound cool when I say this, but there's literally no reason out there that you can convince me to not, like, genocide this cockroach's entire fucking family tree. Because they always get this stupid excuse where, like, oh, well, if you're actually friendly with the bug, they won't have a reason to hurt you. Oh, yeah, man, for sure. Let me just dab up this yellow jacket. Like, do you hear yourself? Well, they always say some shit like, why are you killing the bug just because it's trying to find some food? Because he's a thief. Like, I'm sorry, but he's trying to steal my fucking food in my pantry. I'm curb stomping, bro. Like, again, stop trying to fucking humanize these bugs, man. They are not intelligent. They don't even know how to think properly, man, because if they did, they'd be having a business meeting with me right now. Instead of trying to steal my food, man. Like, do you guys not hear yourself when you try to rationalize with the bug's feelings? I also hate when they say, you know, signs of serial killers when they start murdering animals. Like, why are you acting like I just dismembered my dog, man? I killed a ladybug. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that there should literally be no reason at all why you should feel bad for killing a bug. Like, all these people are like, oh, well, bees actually pollinate a lot of flowers. Congratulations, they spread flower nut across the earth. Like, I honestly feel zero shame at all when I say that I've probably, like, airstriked a couple of mosquitoes. So when I see all these videos that are like, how could you kill something for just existing? Like, why are you trying to make me the bad guy? They're the thief. I don't know, maybe my opinion is biased because I have an irrational fear of bugs, but I just don't get why people are trying to humanize bugs. Personification. Like, I don't find gore funny, but does anyone else find, like, those cartel bug execution videos funny, or am I, like, a weirdo? Because now I'm conflicted. Like, I thought it was funny, but now all these fuckers on the internet are saying I'm a bad person. Like, my fault. Like, I don't know, man. I thought seeing a cockroach getting launched up 300 feet in the air with a firework was pretty fucking funny. Then there's always gotta be someone in the comment section saying some shit like, how could you do that? That's genocide! Damn, my fault. I'm taking back that repost and like immediately. My bad. So I don't know if this makes me a bad person or not, but I do not care. I'm going to Detroit smash every single bug I see. Call me a bad person for saying this, but I think that short-form content creators who make videos that are 10 seconds or less shouldn't be mad if their TikTok ideas get stolen from them. And especially, too, if they use a sound under the video. Because that means that there's literally no originality to it. The only thing original about your video is a little caption you put above it. And like at that point, is that even an original thought? Like, I genuinely hate how snobby some creators get because they find something relatable to everybody else and then they claim that they're the original person who made up this relatable topic. Like, no, you fucking didn't. Like, I remember seeing this one chick who made a video talking about how she looked like a boy because she put her hair down over the foot, and then she got mad at another creator for making the exact same video with the exact same sound. Like, bitch, you are not the first person to think that shit. Same thing for that one dude, Moschino Dorito, where he got on a video saying that he was the original person to start making fun of snobby movie reviewers. Like, we weren't doing that shit, like, before the internet came out. Like, that's what I mean. Like, you are not the original creator of anything, my guy. Like, have we not learned by now with the internet that there's no such thing as an original thought? Like, the thing that you think that no one else has thought of, at least 600 people have thought of the exact same thing. So, of course, other people are gonna find that shit relatable. Like, these motherfuckers are straight up giving 5th grader vibes where it's like, stop copying me! That's my joke! Don't take my joke! And it was never your joke to begin with. Basically, no content creator ever has created an original thought that is relatable to everybody else. You may have created a resurgence in that relatability, but you never were the first person to think of that shit and stop thinking that you did. Like me personally, I will never be the type of person to say, oh yeah, that person talking about that thing stole my whole flow, stole everything from me, word for word. Because guess what? The shit I'm talking about is not original. At least a ton of other people have thought of and spoke of the exact same shit. And even if they did steal my video idea, I wouldn't be mad, because anyone can talk about the same things that I'm talking about. It's not just mine to own. Like, you can't just be that person to be like, oh, these other people can't talk about these things because I was the original person and they're all copying from me. Like, you sound like a stuck-up bitch. So if anyone out there is watching my videos and gets inspiration from it, I want you to do it. Because if I can let other people get money from this, then that's all that matters. We get a dub. Because I already got my views and money and attention from that video, so why not help someone else get those views and money and attention? And that's what I mean, like, these content creators aren't thinking of a bigger picture here. They're so enclosed in their own bubble that they think they're a god or some shit. Buddy, you are not shit. Like, all these content creators need to pipe the fuck down and humble themselves, because they're getting way too big than they actually think they are. Yo guys, does anyone else out there just hate the way that suburban white people talk, or is that just me? Like, why the fuck do they all talk like they're Victorian nobles, man? They always have to replace the simple words with some random long-ass niche word that nobody knows the definition of, man. Like, what the fuck do you mean that you're quite parched? Bitch, just say you're thirsty. Like, these people remind me of those movie stars who say that their favorite movie is some Swahili film that you can only find in a fucking 1950s edition Happy Meal, man. Like, just say you like fucking Avengers Endgame, man. God damn. And it's not that I can't understand what these people are saying, okay? I know what draconian means. I just don't see a fucking point in saying them in the first place. And it low-key makes my day worse, man. Like, tell me why. I'm in Taiwan right now with my whole family. We just went on a 4-mile, like, 3-hour hike, okay? In 100-degree weather. It's hot as fuck. We're all sweaty. There's a pool of sweat forming in the base of my ball sack right now, okay? You think the last thing I want to fucking hear from my white stepbrother is this motherfucker say, huh, I'm quite peckish. Shut the fuck up. Like, just say you're fucking hungry, man. God damn. And what makes it worse is that you know they're gonna say some corny-ass line after, like, holy guacamole, I'm gonna kill myself. And, like, I get that some people just have a higher level of vocabulary than most people, okay? All I'm asking is, why the fuck do you always have to talk to me like you're writing your college admission paper, man? Like, what the fuck do you mean, the efficacy of the subway line? What the fuck are you talking about, man? I also hate how these people give the vaguest fucking answers, man. Like, yes or no does not fucking exist to these people, man. Anytime I've hung out with any of my white friends and I ask them some simple question like, hey man, do you want to eat? They always say some bullshit like, yeah, I guess I can go. Like, just say yes, man. Regular ass fucking answer, man. Like, I don't know if you're gonna go or you're gonna not. Answer the fucking question. Because, like, I don't understand what you mean when you answer my question with, I just spent time today. What the fuck does that mean? But yeah, man, I'm here. My stepbrother's talking there. This next princess. One more fucking time talking about some bullshit. Like, rainbows and sunshine and grass is the soul. I'm gonna shit myself. One thing that I'm always thinking about while the Olympics is going on is, what are some of these athletes gonna be doing after the Olympics is over? Because I don't want to sound like a hater when I see this, but genuinely, who in the fuck is going to watch speed rock climbing in their free time? And by the way, this is no hate on speed rock climbing. I just saw a freak human athlete climb a rock wall in under 5 fucking seconds. That is actually insane. But I'm just saying, I know bro makes no funds off of this sport outside of the Olympics. Like, I'm sure the 20 fans of that sport are paying bro's rent. I'm sorry, man. It's just not happening. And can you imagine how depressing that shit must be? This dude's an Olympic athlete, and he's in a packed stadium of people cheering for him and representing his country, and then he has to go back, and then he has to perform in front of like 10 people. And when he wins that shit, he's gonna win a whopping $3.50 and a free fucking snow cone. I genuinely hope that some of these countries are gonna be taking care of their Olympic athletes, man. Imagine how fucked up it must be to be an Olympic athlete, and then you gotta clock into Chuck E. Cheese the next morning. Like, what the hell? And like, I know I sound like the biggest hater right now, but like, I'm just saying how everyone feels. Let's be honest. None of y'all are watching this shit after the Olympics end. Like, y'all are actually trying to tell me that after the Olympics is over, you guys are gonna sit down and watch rowing? Fuck out of here! Like, who in the fuck is coming home after a long-ass day at work and saying, hey babe, turn on water polo. I just worked a 14-hour. Like, and by the way, this is no hate to any of these Olympic athletes, okay? I admit that they're way cooler than me, and that they're way more athletic, way more gifted than I will ever be in my entire life. I'm just saying, one of them probably works at Olive Garden. Like, it's that. Like, there's just a huge chance that one of the athletes chose to be a comp sci major and bro got fucked. Like, that's all I'm trying to say. And like, this isn't even me making shit up. Didn't Spike Lee have to pay one of the athletes rent or some shit? Like, how fucked is that? And I just want to touch up on that real quick. I feel like America doesn't compensate their athletes as well as other countries do. Like, have you seen what the Philippines does for their athletes? Shit's insane. Like, these fuckers give their athletes $500,000 mansions and villas, money, land, women, and just random shit like free colonoscopies. If you were a gold medal Olympian for America, we'd probably give you like a $10 Taco Bell coupon. Like, how fucked up is that? And I just feel extra bad for the American athletes that are in niche sports, because that's how you know they're not getting any fucking benefits at all. Like, I just know for a fact that as soon as the Olympics ends, the American curling team has to clock back into work in the next 3 days or they're fired, because they're not making any funds from this shit. Honestly, the more I think about it, being an Olympic athlete low-key sounds miserable as hell. Like, no one gives a fuck about your sport outside of the Olympics. You get paid no money to where you have to work an entirely separate job. And then even when you're at the Olympics, you have to sleep on a cardboard bed, and you can't even have sex in that bitch. Like, you're telling me the one time that I'm allowed to express myself and have a great fucking time and have my sport watched and appreciated, and I can't even have sex with the other athletes? Fuck you! Like, you would have me so fucked up in there, man, and that's why I'm not an Olympic know, usually there are a lot of women out there that don't possess that aura factor, and there's only 3 people that are on that list. It's Joan of Arc, Cleopatra, and now it's fucking Caitlyn Clark. That motherfucker is something else, man. I swear to God. She was just chucking up shit, and it was just landing in the basket. Like, this motherfucker could have shot from the Eiffel Tower. She still would have drained the fucking 3. Like, bro, how can you defend that shit? You see Haley Van List's face? She was like, she couldn't do shit. Speaking about Haley Van fraud, too. That motherfucker is a giant-ass fake, man. She got fraud checked this game. She was playing like straight doggy ass, man. Whoever was saying that Haley Van List is on equal par to Caitlyn Clark can respectfully shut the fuck up now. She was playing like straight doggy shit. She was literally fucking landscape viewing the entire game, doing straight ass cardio for 40 fucking minutes. She was doing nothing. And then the LSU team all of a sudden in the second quarter thinks this shit's the UFC or some shit, and then you start punching and fouling bitches just because they felt like it. Hey man, we gonna need some fucking trans athletes to start lining up for South Carolina or some shit. Get Zion out here and put a wig on that motherfucker, call him Ziona, and just have him just guard fucking Caitlyn Clark. Because at this point, if you just guard her ass, Iowa is straight hot ass. Because 40 fucking points out of 94, that's almost half of the team's fucking points. And she had like 12 assists too. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, the entire Iowa women's basketball team just was bird watching while Caitlyn Clark just dragged her fucking nuts all across LSU's face. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, after Caitlyn Clark wins the chip this year, I don't even know if she's gonna want to enter for the draft. Because low-key, she's gonna stop getting paid as much as she is in college as in the WNBA. As soon as she enters the WNBA, motherfucker, she's gonna get paid $25 an hour. She might as well work at fucking Wendy's at that point. Yo, like a little PSA for anybody watching here. But those lyrics were never that deep for real. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I just can't fathom the thought of a motherfucker saying, can you believe this rapper when he said a double quintuple single double jump entendre? And like, all the motherfucker said was, yeah, peanut butter and jelly. I stacked that on top of bread. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, it genuinely astonishes me how some people are able to ass pull like 72 different meanings behind like a single fucking lyric. Like, I'm pretty damn sure that even these rappers don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. Because how in the hell are you supposed to make me believe that Kodak Black somehow wrote a single quintuple drop entendre on a single bar when the motherfucker probably had like a 1.2 GPA in high school? Like, I'm telling you, man, these rap genius dudes are literally just new gen art hoes, man. They're the exact same. Like, it's kind of in the same vein as when an art hoe looks at a fucking blank white piece of paper and somehow equates that shit to the meaning of life. It's the same shit as if Tyler, the Creator, just says penis on a song, and then the certain rap genius hoes are gonna somehow equate that to the meaning of love or some shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, hear me out. I know it's gonna sound crazy, but what if they just said that shit because it sounded cool? And I don't know about you guys, but if you have to put like 8 different fucking meanings behind like 2 lines of lyrics, then that shit is not a bar. That shit's just confusing. Because like, if the bar is so fucking complex to the point where a actual fucking English professor has to give me a whole ass literary analysis on the shit, then that shit's not a bar. Because here's my thing, it's kind of like explaining a joke. If you have to explain the joke, then that means it's a shitty joke. If you have to explain the bar, then it's a shitty bar. I want to put all these motherfuckers on Miles immediately. I want to know what kind of deeper meaning they can find behind the song Indiana Jones. I want to know. Like, they somehow are going to equate Money in the Bag by Miles to the systematic oppression of black people from redlining. I just know they're going to figure a way to do that shit. He's my age. Like, he's 16 fucking years old. And at that age, he's already a multi-millionaire, a pro athlete, has a badass girlfriend. So, that shit did not age well. I mean, guys, what is there more to say other than that? People are gonna cheat. Cheaters are gonna cheat, man. This just goes to tell you that cheating is a universal thing. The reason people cheat is not for like money issues or because they're not hot enough. It's just the fact that they want to do it. You could give someone everything that they want and it would still not be enough for them. They just want to cheat because of the power that it gives them. That's why I always say, never trust a cheater, man. If they cheated once, what's stopping them from cheating a second fucking time? That's why I'm so surprised that all these people are like, why would she cheat on Amin Yamal, a multi-millionaire? None of that shit matters, man. It's the fact that she just wanted to do that shit. She felt like she was hot shit and decided that she wanted to get a one-up over him because she felt powerful. And I'm not gonna lie though, she fumbled the biggest bag I've ever seen in my entire life. Because if you want to be some money-leeching hoe, at least be a fucking smart one, man. Come on. Like, you for real just saw this crony just turn on his Instagram live, and not once did you think, maybe I should stop twerking on this motherfucker's dick. Like, what the fuck? Like, you for real could have been living a lavish life, going on villas and vacations, and your kids could have been playing for Barcelona's academy team, but instead, you want to go link up with some random fucking troglodyte. Now your ass is gonna be working at fucking McDonald's. I'll take 1 Big Mac with extra fries. You bum-ass motherfucker. But if anything, this just gives solace to all the people out there that question why they got cheated on. It had nothing to do with you. It had everything to do with them. It wasn't because you weren't good enough. It wasn't because you were a bad boyfriend or girlfriend. None of that shit matters. It all lies in them. They just did it because they were insecure with themselves and they got power hungry. So like, don't ever stress over somebody that cheated on you. Fuck them anyway and just move on with the rest of your life. Because if Lamine Yamal can get cheated on, then anyone can get fucking cheated on. Yo, can someone explain me why everything someone does, there has to be some sort of secret, encoded message behind it? Like, why can't it never just be, oh, I just did it because I felt like it? Instead, it always has to be like, you doing that actually meant you wanted to fuck the shit out of me. Like, that's not what that meant at all. Because, like, I recently just got an Instagram account and I've been posting on it, somewhat regularly, right? And apparently, I'm not allowed to like motherfucking stories anymore. Like, I'm sorry, but when the fuck did liking somebody's story mean that I want to lick their pussy out or some shit? Because randomly this one girl was just like, I saw you liking my stories. So like, what's up about that? Bitch, nothing. I just thought it was cool. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, shit. I didn't know I wasn't allowed to double tap the screen to know that I liked the story. My fucking fault. I'll just not like it next time. Like, man, these fucking, the Lulu is the Lulu bitches are ruining it for everybody. Because you notice that these motherfuckers usually never get any fucking play. It's because they think everything is, oh yeah, she wants me for real. Oh yeah, they want me for real. Motherfucker, no, they don't. Like, not every dude or woman that talks to you wants to fuck the shit out of you. And I'll be damn sure that people that like your story don't want that shit either. I generally think these motherfuckers might be touching attention deprived. Because there's no way they're reaching this far fucking deep to come to a whack-ass conclusion like that. Oh yeah, honey, if that man ever asked you to borrow a pencil, then that's actually a secret-coded message that he wants to give you fucking ferocious back shots going 66 miles per hour. Like, is this fucking regular show? Where'd that shit come from? Like, if I genuinely took an interest in you, then I wouldn't play this dumb fucking cat and mouse game. I would just directly message you. Like, do motherfuckers still think we do that? Oh, guess what? I actually have a new crush. You'd actually know her pretty well. No one does that shit. Like, motherfuckers are for real still using 6th grade wrist tactics. No one does that shit anymore. Like, what's fucking next? You're gonna ask me to compare hand sizes too? Well, put your shoulders together. Bitch, shut the fuck. Like, motherfuckers for real think this shit is Kanye saw the Love is War or some shit. Like, they're just trying to coerce the other person or whoever makes the first move or some shit. Like, bitch, this is not anime. Guys, can I be honest with you? I went to a zoo recently, and I never realized, like, actually how awkward that shit is. Because, like, the last time I went to the zoo, I was in, like, kindergarten or some shit. I don't remember much of it. I just remember seeing cool animals do cool animal shit. But now that I'm more grown up, and I'm just watching these animals, I'm just realizing, like, this is actually super fucking awkward. Because, like, every time I went to go see the animal exhibits, like, it just felt extremely intrusive. I went to the hippo exhibit, like, I walked in there, and all the hippos were just taking fat shits. And I was just like, this feels fucked up, man. This isn't right. Because, like, I'm trying to imagine if that was me. I can't even take a shit if there's another person in the bathroom. Imagine how these people feel, man. Imagine how those hippos feel. Just taking fat-ass shits in front of, like, 50 people. And look, I get that they're fucking animals. Like, they don't have the same functions of human activity like we do. I get it. But it genuinely just feels like I'm seeing animals do shit that I shouldn't be seeing. Because, like, I just feel like a pervert watching them. I don't know why. Like, I went to the panda exhibit, and I'm just watching this panda eat bamboo. And I'm just like, why the fuck am I watching this shit, man? This feels, like, intrusive. I feel like I'm interrupting something. Like, I just really felt like I was disturbing, bro. Like, yeah, you eat that shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, and, like, I'm telling you guys, the amphibians and reptiles know that shit. They are not trying to have you look at them. Because every time I go through that bitch, I have to play a game of Where's Waldo every time to try and find the little fucker. Like, I literally spent, like, 15 minutes trying to find the poison dart frog. This motherfucker was dead ass going MIA on me. Like, bro, just show your colorful ass. So I think what did it for me was when I walked into the gorilla exhibit, and the first thing that I see is 2 gorillas fucking, and at that point I was like, yeah, I think this is where I end my trip. Because, like, I came to see animals do animal shit. I didn't come to see Gorilla Hub. I'm not a zoophile. Like, what the fuck is this, man? Like, that is where I truly felt like a pervert. Like, I was not trying to stand there and be like, yeah, let's see them fuck. Like, I was not trying to do that, man. Like, I swear they need to add, like, a blur option to the glass. Like, there are some times where you just need to blur the glass. We're like, we're not trying to see that shit, man. Come on. Like, the only time where I didn't feel like I was intruding on the animals' business was the bird section. But also at the same point, who the fuck cares about seeing birds? I see birds every goddamn day I walk out the house. Who cares about seeing an exotic bird like the toucan? Fuck toucans. Fruit Loops taste like dog shit anyway. Like, I don't know about y'all, but if you were ever planning on taking a date to the zoo, cancel that shit. It is for real not worth it. Because what the fuck do y'all talk about? Because I was trying to talk to my family about the things that we saw. Every topic was 3 sentences. Oh, did you see the hippos? Yeah, they were cool. Yeah, I know, they were pretty. That is it. That is what you say with every single animal that you see. Because what the fuck are you supposed to talk about? Hey, did you see him shit? I saw him shit. It was big. It was a big shit. Like, what the fuck, man? Because it's not like you're gonna talk about how you saw 2 gorillas fucking at the exhibit. That shit's weird. Hey, you see them 2 gorillas fucking? Shit was weird. Like, what the hell, man? Get the fuck away from me. And here's what made me realize that the zoo was just genuinely not for me. Because when I was in the amphibians and reptiles section, I was next to this one dude who was like some huge ass animal nerd. And look, there's nothing wrong with that. I love people that have a passion, but it literally made me realize how I just don't appreciate it like other people do. Because I was going past with this dude every single animal he knew the scientific name for, word for word. This motherfucker's going past a snake. He's like, oh my god, the thickest snake. Really interesting that I'm seeing one in this exhibit. I mean, this animal's really rare. He actually hibernates 3 months into the summer. Really peculiar snake. What the fuck? Because like I'm walking past that snake and I'm like, it's brown. And that's it. That's all I thought about the fucking snake. This dude has a whole, like, glossary of information about it. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm not really fucking with it like this dude is. So, like, yeah, I mean, if you like the zoo, go to the zoo. There's nothing wrong going to the zoo, okay? But me personally, I'm never going to the zoo again. So, look, guys, I try not to criticize TikTok that much because it's the platform that made me. And also, they probably just take down every single video that criticizes their app. But I'm gonna be completely honest with you. TikTok shop is straight up dog shit. Like, I just think the whole concept around the TikTok shop is completely fucking stupid. Because who in the hell actually buys shit from the TikTok shop? That's like buying the seafood ceviche from Firestone. And like, there's already proof of the TikTok shop selling shitty ass products, man. Does anyone else remember that one chick who had her melanin literally come off of her skin because she used TikTok shop soap? Do you know how fucking insane that is? She bought soap and then she ended up getting a magic eraser. And to be honest with you, I never have bought an item off TikTok shop and I probably never will, man. Because I've always just been like suspicious of their products for real. Like, I just have a weird sneaking suspicion that all the items on TikTok shop are just like laced with fent. Because like, here's the thing, you guys. The reason why those wireless headphones are $3 is because a 6-year-old made that shit in a factory in Bangladesh and they rubbed LSD all over that shit. And I hate the fucking TikTok shop ads, man, because they're always made by content creators, which means that they always have to say some extremely out-of-pocket shit just for you to buy their shitty-ass products. Because like, the only ads that I'm getting from the TikTok shop are this random black sea moss shit that makes your dick bigger and cologne ads. Like, TikTok, you trying to say I have a small penis and I smell like shit? Fuck you guys, man. I don't know how that shit is racist. There's no way that I'm the only motherfucker who keeps getting these black sea moss ads, man. I'm happy with my dick size, TikTok. Fuck you guys. Like, stop trying to make me buy your shitty-ass rhino pills, man. If I wanted that shit, I'd go to a 7-Eleven and buy it for myself. Like, why the fuck would I want high-quality rhino pills? I want the rhino pills I take to put me under cardiac arrest. I don't want that shit to clear brain fog. I don't want that shit. And it's the same thing with these fucking cologne ads, man. Every single time I get a TikTok shop cologne ad, it's always the same girl in every single ad saying the most out-of-pocket shit like, ooh, baby, when the woman smells this shit, she's gonna be sucking your dick and balls and be all over you like a magnet. Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, TikTok, I think I'm gonna have to pass on the Molestotron 3000 by John Paul Gaultier. I think I'm just gonna stick with my Nautica Voyage, man. I'm not gonna hold you. Oh, and also these motherfuckers for some reason always give me Bulldog Ramen ads too. Like, okay, TikTok, this is getting too much. You want to send me videos of dog meat too? You fucking racist! Like, next thing I know, TikTok shop is gonna give me an ad for the BTS World Tour or some shit, man. Like, I know what you motherfuckers are doing.